Boom, we are live.
You're my
There we
little boo
go.
thing.
Hey.
I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, that's about as far as I know. How's how's everyone watching? If anyone's watching already, hope y'all having a good Sunday. Hope you had a good America Day if you're in America. We
Yes,
just
4th of
discovered that
July.
Skelly here looks like Dan Fogler, so
Oh,
that's a
Not what he looks like now, though. Like back in
no. Back
FanDuel.
in
yeah.
Fanboys Day. Yeah. Yeah, back when he was a young, strapping young lad.
Yes, indeed. A Han Solo type, if you will.
But the Harrison Ford one, not the
Is there another one?
No, no. Of course not.
Oh, right,
course
right,
not.
right. That prequel film, that mediocre prequel film.
Yeah, yeah.
I just-
can't- I'm gonna talk about Star Wars, man. It's just so depressing.
I'm just not a big fan of prequels to begin with. It's hard to build tension.
When you already know.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
oh, Chewie's in trouble. Oh, is he gonna make it?
Yeah.
You know, like
it does kill the tension. Like you already know that there's a next movie, so these guys are gonna be fine.
And then they do the little trope of they'll bring in a new character. Oh, Skelly's frozen.
Oh shit, am I?
Yep.
Oh, I can still hear you though. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, they do the trope. They bring in like a new character that you've never seen. You're like, oh, this person's dying because they're
Yep.
not in the future. So it's
Right.
yeah, it's just the trade off. Oh, we had a.
Did
series
any of
batches
you
in
guys
here
see
for-
the Mandalorian movie?
Mandalorian Grogu? No,
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I refuse. Yeah.
There's been like zero talk about it, man. Like that, I think this is the first time a Star Wars movie has come and gone with like zero fanfare and zero discussion. Like
Well-
that is not good.
And even like, you see people online talking about it, and there's no scenes people are bringing up. It's not like
I don't see
like,
anybody
this
talking
scene-
about
yeah.
it.
I've seen it. I've seen like they obviously probably bought
dead in the
account
water.
being like, yeah. I don't even think it made money. Did it make money?
It's a great question.
Mandalorian and Grogu made money. It has made
Did it break even?
It's only made $320 million.
Up against
Its
Only?
break
Wow.
even point of 600 million.
holy shit! I can't.
So it
believe-
is. Yeah, it's lost $300 million so far.
Why?
That is nuts.
Why was it so expensive?
Star Wars.
That doesn't make
You know,
any sense.
all the CGI and shit.
I'm
Yeah.
starting to believe that the decline in Hollywood is some type of just money laundering scheme.
Could be that.
Because
Yeah.
it's like they're just pumping like billions of dollars into these movies, and like
Well, look at. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, they don't look like they're billions of dollars in profit. Like
No.
No,
looking
like
movies, like
look at He-Man. I mean, He-Man was all CGI for the
Mhm.
most part, you know. So, and it had a budget of what 100 million or something like that. It wasn't 200
I don't-
million.
yeah, it wasn't too much.
Yeah, it wasn't enormous, but why would the Mandalorian and Grogu have a $600 million price tag on? That's ridiculous.
See, if every effect was a practical effect, maybe.
Yeah, but you know
No.
it's not.
But you know it's not. You know it's all CGI and all that stuff. So it's
That's really bizarre.
Yeah.
But that's a big. That's almost like the nail in the coffin for Star Wars, man. I mean, I know there's another. Isn't there another film coming up or another show or something with Ryan Gosling? Doesn't he have some where
Ryan
he's
Gosling's got
Yeah.
a Star Wars thing coming up.
yeah, where he's like a
I think you're right.
X-wing fighters or something.
I think you're right. Star Wars movie. Star Wars Starfighter.
Yeah.
Here
Huh.
I can actually. It's got a trailer. I can actually bring up
The last
Oh yeah, let's
Starfighter?
watch the trailer.
I guess so. This was supposed to be made by that Wonder Woman chick, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
know she was
Oh,
supposed to
wait, the
make,
one who did
uh,
1984.
I think so. She was supposed to do a
Oh,
Star
uh-oh.
Wars.
No,
Uh-oh.
she's the one that did Supergirl, isn't she? She's the one that penned Supergirl.
Oh, really?
That's the
Wait,
same
I think her
broad.
name is Pat. His name Patty something.
Oh, she's the director. She did the first one. She did the first
Oh,
Wonder
okay.
Woman. She's the director, though. I don't think she wrote it,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know. I don't know
got
for
my-
sure.
I probably got my peeps
Okay.
confused.
That first Wonder Woman movie was decent.
Yeah, I really like the first one.
Sure.
Yeah. Apparently, though, Gal Gadot is a real cunt to work with.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
That's the rumor.
Well, let's see how this is. I already don't like this AI.
I
Oh,
bet
okay,
you this
so-
has got to be fan made or something.
Yeah, maybe actually. My bad. It probably is. Ryan Gosling, Star Wars. Yeah, my bad. I probably.
'Cause I
Oh,
hadn't,
yeah.
I hadn't heard anything about a trailer yet, but that doesn't mean anything. I like to nap.
Galactic TV trailer. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all AI stuff. Yep. All right. I should probably look at things before I say they're a thing. But yeah, I'm. Do you think they could turn Star Wars around at any point? I don't think so.
Oh, I absolutely think it's possible. I mean,
Really?
all it would really take is a well written story. I mean, that's all it'll take. You know, I mean,
Absolutely.
I love Star Wars. I mean, I grew up. I was 4 years old when I saw Star Wars in the theater in 1978. I think I've told this story already because it got re-released after being out for a year. It was a limited re-release in '78 in certain cities where it did well. Well, I happened to live in one of those cities, and my mom took me, and so ever since, I mean, Star Wars just exploded my imagination, and I've loved it ever since. Also contributed to my love of Japanese history, particularly the feudal era. Because you know, as I later found out, Lucas borrowed heavily from Akira Kurosawa. I
Heavily.
don't know if you've ever seen The Hidden Fortress. Great movie, but there are scene for scenes that Lucas took from that film. There's a tall, skinny, like samurai guy, not really a samurai, he's like a foot soldier, tall, skinny guy, and a short, fat guy who get lost in this like no man's land, and it's fucking C-3PO and R2-D2. They argue and stuff and fight, and the tall, skinny one kicks the other one, and I was just like that's beyond homage.
Like a 1-for-1.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh,
Yo, what's
Old
up?
King Cole was a merry old soul, bitch.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What is up?
Pretty
I
good,
am-
dude. How you doing?
I'm good. I am sorry for being late. I hopped on and turns out my camera's broken. I can't figure out why it's not working.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
no,
man,
no
it's-
worries at all.
Quit being
man.
so damn polite, Ed. Are you ready? When are you ready to light that candle, brother?
Oh man, I'm not sure. I started running meta ads last week, and they're doing really well. So I kind of feel like I need to let that roll for a little bit.
I'd be really interested to know how that works out for you. I did ads. I boosted posts on Instagram, and it got me fuck all.
Yeah. Did you boost posts or did you do like an ad campaign?
I boost posts.
Okay.
I got lots of views and got more followers and stuff like that, tons of likes. But initially launched on Kickstarter, and you know, Kickstarter provides fantastic analytics. You know, it shows you where all your traffic comes from, and Instagram provided me no backers. So learned a lesson that way. But I'll be interested to hear your results from Meta.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've never, so like when you boost a post, it really just promotes it on that platform, and its goal is to get like likes and shares and comments and follows and all that. To target people to go to a separate website like Kickstarter, you really want to do an ad campaign so you can specifically target, doing the meta ads. I can specifically target people who have Kickstarter accounts and people who are interested in comic books, and then other certain things too. So yeah, boost and post. That's
I heard good things
one too.
about conversion rates for those Facebook or Meta, I guess, ad campaigns. Like other people who do like tabletop stuff use them all the time and apparently they do work, I guess. So that's crazy.
Well, speaking just from the Instagram ones, because that's what I had the most traction from with just engagement with my content that I was posting. When you boost a post, you can specify what the point of the boosting of the post is. You can have it where it's to get more followers. You can have it where it's to get them to your website.
Yeah.
So it's not just, you pick what you want the, role of that boost to do. So, but anyways, so that Instagram, and then I did some more research and I found that each social platform has a different audience behavior, and the Instagram audience behavior is doom scrolling. They don't really go off
That
site.
tracks.
They scroll like, etc. They don't really follow links off of the site. So a little bit of research I probably should have done beforehand, but that's how you learn, right?
Hands-on research is always better.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, Cole, how was your America Day?
Oh, it was fantastic. My wife and I do a farmer's market on Saturday, and there weren't a lot of vendors there, but there was a ton of people. So we ended up, we sold really well. My wife's a baker, so we take her stuff to a farmer's market, and it was so nice. Everyone was just dressed up in America gear and talking about how much they love America, and it just felt good because I posted this. I'm online so much, man. I forget how normal people are sometimes. So it was really nice, and it's been so hot here this week, and our AC's been broken. So my wife's been baking all week. So it's like 85, 90 degrees in the house, and it's been brutal. So it was 82 outside, and I was loving it because it was a lot cooler than what it's been all week.
Nice.
Holy
Cupcakes, cookies.
shitballs. Hey, are you a candlestick maker?
No.
He's a baker. You make the candlestick. No, I don't know. It's crazy. What are you gonna do?
No, she bakes stuff, and then I
That's not a
can
bad
get really
walk-in.
fat.
That's a good walk.
It's mediocre. Oh man, it is hot as fuck here, man. I'm in the DFW area, and we've been over 100, and I got that AC at 72, 2 and 2.
Nice.
And I'm not going anywhere. I don't leave the house when it's this hot.
No, I don't either. I actually not supposed to go outside. I had a heat stroke a few years back, and my doctor's like, "Hey, don't be in the sun for more than 10 minutes, or you can die."
Damn.
I guess. So I don't go outside unless it's shady or
Shit.
cool and things like
Yeah,
that.
heat stroke's not one of those things you want to get more than once.
No, not at
No.
all.
Just out of curiosity, you don't have to answer this, of course, but what state are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I am proudly in Ohio.
Ohio. I've got
Yeah, I
some
love
friends
Ohio.
there.
A lot of you guys are in Ohio.
Yep, kind of right in the middle. There,
A lot of
so.
cryptid activity in Ohio, the Ohio River Valley in particular. Lots of cryptids out there.
Mhm.
Yes, very heavy cryptid activity. The Loveland Frogmen, very famous in Ohio.
Loveland Frog.
Ohio, come on, walk.
Frogmen.
The Loveland Frogmen. Read about it.
Yeah, that's like our state cryptid. It's pretty cool. I
Pretty
lived
wild.
I lived in the city for a long time, and then last February, I think, we moved out into the middle of the country. So I'm on like 70 acres right in the middle of the woods, and I don't know. I go weeks and weeks without seeing people. It's really nice.
Oh my God, I'm jealous. Color me jealous. Oh, if I had my druthers and money, I would be out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, Loveland
Frogmen.
Frogmen. Yeah.
I've never heard about this.
If you
First
guys
sighting
like
in
cryptids,
19
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the first sighting was in 1955. It seems a little early for a cryptid.
Oh man, cryptids go way back, dude. Way back.
Or sorry, my bad. It seems a little late for a cryptid.
Oh,
Seems a little late
yes.
for a first sighting of a cryptid. My bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the
is it-
description of the original sighting is pretty bizarre. They had like a belt and had a wand, kind of a wand device. It was
A belt and wand? Are they wizards or something?
I was about
I,
to say wizard frogs. Offering creatures
but if
free
you
for
like
if you call.
cryptids, there is a great podcast. I know they're on Pandora. That's where I ran into them, but I think they're on iTunes as well. Called the Kryptonaut Podcast, and it's three buddies that just sit around and tell these stories, and they do it with humor. They're serious. They're believers, but they do it with humor, and my God, it's fantastic.
I'll have to check that
Well,
out.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm convinced. This
Yeah,
photo
that looks real to me.
right here. That looks real. I'm on board with the frogman.
It's spine chilling.
Nice,
So
nice.
hey, I got something. I cut you off again. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
No, go for it. No,
I'm not trying to take over.
do your thing, Chris. You do your thing. You be you.
One thing I'm really interested in is brainstorming ideas for doing different things for crowdfunding.
Mhm.
I mean, I think the reality is now for crowdfunding, especially for smaller creators like myself, is getting eyes on the project and creating excitement and buzz about your project. So there's a shit ton of competition out there, and more and more crowdfunding platforms are coming online.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to do something to stand out and stand out from the crowd, right? So I'm desperately trying to think of ways. I of course the tried and true method that I'm a John Malin fan, Ethan fan. So
Yeah.
even back in like 2018, 2019, they've been saying this all this time. Take a year, build your audience,
Hmm.
be entertaining, la la la, then launch your project. I didn't want to do that. I'm 51 years old, about ready to be 52. If my family history is any evidence, I have probably about 13 years left. So I'm trying to push things as fast as possible. Um, and I didn't do that. And of course, it didn't work. I've launched twice and failed both times. Um, I did shows and this, that, and the other, and it just didn't. Now, a lot of that had to do with how I was presenting my project, and got great feedback, and I've changed it up since then. But now I'm in the build-up phase. I'm doing my own show, The Creators Table. I do it every Friday. That's doing great. On average, I'm getting an extra follower on YouTube on my channel every week. I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I started Substack. I started posting on Substack, like articles and updates, insights, things like that. Plus Substack is also works as like an email list, building up an email list, which I've always heard is like the number one thing. It's better than all this other stuff. Anyways, so thoughts. What are some strategies? I've actually got something that I'm going to be releasing here in about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. I'm kind of playing it close to the vest just because I'm wanting to build some buzz around it, right?
Yeah.
Something I think will be exciting and kind of help to build trust, of course, because trust is a big hurdle, especially when people don't know you. One of the things I did, this isn't my first, comic book to produce. It is my first crowdfunding thing, right? So I leaned into my previous years of creating comic books, but they're books nobody outside of the DFW area even heard about.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are some unique things you guys are doing, or some unique ideas that you guys have, if you feel comfortable sharing it, of course, on a public forum like this?
The only real thing I have going for mine, I guess, would be people who buy, like, I'm gonna have like a base probably $20 tier, and then the $25 tier will be like, the world builders tier, where anyone who buys that one gets their name engraved on it's called the Founders Wall. It's like the last
Nice.
The last non-augmented human society, they their society is built inside of like a downed alien space cruiser, and the founders wall were the first like 500 people that like stormed in and basically like died. So like their names are like etched in the wall. So who the first 500, or probably not 500, whatever number I end up getting to, with however many people I want to like get on this tier, like their names are going to be like etched into this wall.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
like,
That's really cool,
But-
man.
yeah, but it's like that's all. Like you boil it down though, that's just another one of those like getting your name in a book or getting
Right.
your, page in a book. So it's like it is a cool concept, but it's not really too original.
Yeah.
I was gonna say trying to find that something that stands apart from everyone else is what I'm still trying to figure out myself.
Well, that sounds like it's in the world though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's cooler than just hey, like a thank you in the back of the book. You're actually
Absolutely.
a part of the world. I think people would go for that more than they would like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
thank you. I'm
and
one
I
of those
mean-
people. I don't really care too much, like if my name gets put in a book or not. Like that's not something I would necessarily pay more for. I'd rather like buy an extra book or buy a different cover. And then you always got like if you back a book and it's like really terrible and your name's in it, you're like, oh, my name's in that forever. Oh no.
Well, and the thing that for like why I wanted to use it is because I want to do a prequel story of those people who stormed in there. So it's almost kind of like a cheat for me. I already have the names, and it's like I can already kind of base stuff off of that. And like let's say like let's like a group of the commandos or whatever all bought my book, then I'd probably make a group of actual commandos, in story that would be like then who knows, maybe they'd even get their own anthology story down
That's
the road.
cool.
So
It's like
Yeah.
they become part of the lore. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you'll probably see that just if I had to guess, that's not going to have very much short term impact, but the long term of that is
long
you're going
term,
to you're
that's
going
what
to
I'm
create
going
some
for.
like serious super fans that are going to
Yeah.
be with you every step of the way, which is really smart. I think a lot of people should consider stuff like that early instead of waiting to do it later.
Yeah, because that's like how I've taken my whole project. This has just been a slow burn from the get go, and like I'm just hoping that I just get that huge payoff at the end for this incredible,
Yeah.
incredible slow go at it. But I'm also learning too. It's my first time writing, first time literally trying to do any of this stuff, and all the stuff I've learned about creating and making comic books has been from Comicsgate over the last
Yeah.
6 years or whatever. So
Same.
yeah,
Same. This is my
it's a literal
first
Comicsgate
creative
production.
anything. Yeah, same. When I was making Skeleton Core, from the ground up, I was trying to go for commerciality, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, it's important to make something that you really care about, but it also, in my opinion, kind of needs to be something that will capture the most broad audience possible.
Yeah.
It's good to do like real niche things sometimes, but generally speaking, in my opinion, at least, making it look and feel like something that could be, just readily available at something in the big two or Dark Horse or
Mhm.
Image, IDW, even like it's important because that'll. God, I'm so bad at talking about this sort of stuff.
As the rest of us are.
It's just really important to be able to capture the most amount of potential readers with something that just looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know, because you still need to be pretty unique because the audience that like crowdfunds comic books on, let's say Kickstarter, and the audience that like goes to a local comic shop to buy Marvel and DC, there's not as much overlap as you would think. So you kind of, that's what I was going to say when Chris first talked. That's kind of the first thing I think everybody needs to do is you need to pick what kind of audience you want and how you want to build it and then stick to that. I think a lot of people try to do way too many things at one time. So I kind of agree there. You want something that quality wise looks like it could be in a shop, but you definitely want to stand out and be a little bit more unique, maybe be a little bit more riskier because
Yeah.
there's some people who might be like, well, why would I back this? It looks like something I could just go get in a shop, as opposed to creating something that could only exist because of crowdfunding.
Well, and I think
That's
that's
a
where
good
the
point.
story comes in, right? You want the art to be as professional and as excellent as you can afford, right?
Yeah.
And then the story also has to be engaging.
Yeah, the quality of the story needs to be on par, if not better, than the artwork itself. That it's
Because I will say this, I am a fan of Shane Davis. I'm a fan of John Malin. Now Shane Davis has great art, but I am just not interested in Inglorious Rex as a story. It just doesn't.
No.
It just doesn't interest me. Now that's not me saying he's a bad writer or anything.
Not at all.
It's just a story that doesn't interest me.
I'm the opposite. I love Inglorious Rex. It's so
Hey,
fucking cool.
and that's fine. That's great. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. You like it, you like it. Again,
Yeah,
I'm not
100%.
trying to besmirch Shane or his series. Obviously, it's been a very successful. It's just not like superhero stuff. I'm not interested in superhero
Same.
stories.
Yeah. No, agreed.
I've never been a big collector of superhero titles. Like when I started collecting comics when I was a 12-year-old, I was collecting G.I. Joe. I was collecting the NAM. Those were the two that really did it for me. Now I loved watching the Super Friends and Spider-Man cartoon and all that stuff, right? I loved the cartoons and stuff, but just when it came to comics, I liked that kind of the military stuff more. And then I got into like I loving weird stuff, like just to give an example of something recently. Bad Idea. Are you guys familiar with that publisher?
Yeah,
I've
Love
heard
that
of it
idea.
before. Yeah.
Fantastic. I am loving everything they're putting out. But the most bizarre thing was this one. It was a one shot called Oddballs Oddities. It was so surreal and bizarre. I loved every minute of it. It was very much like a Robert Crumb vibe. If you're familiar with him at all, he's a cartoonist. Was a cartoonist. But I'm loving. I have yet to find a title that I don't like in Bad Idea. But anyways, yeah, I'm not. I didn't mean to plug them or anything, but
That's not
No,
a
that's
mega
that's
Wolf
okay.
thing. That looks cool.
Planet
think-
Death is fucking great. Pardon my French. Hank Howard, Pizza Detective. Come on.
Yeah, Hank Howard is absolutely hilarious.
Yes.
I'll jump in. A Bad Idea is probably my favorite publisher right now. I think
Yes.
they just passed Ghost Machine. Save Now, actually, I think it's the best story going, the best story in comics right now. But I have Oddballs Odyssey. It's in the mail, probably be delivered Tuesday, so I'm excited to read that. But
I loved it. And yes,
Yeah,
Save Now blew me away. What a great idea for a time travel story.
mhm.
I have never seen that take before, and I absolutely love it.
And what's funny is Bad Idea. I know people online who absolutely hate them because of the way they do business and the type of things they do, but they still buy their comics because they're so good. Because they're when it comes to crowdfunding, they're a little sketchy because they're usually always late, and then their books end up in stores before the backers get them and stuff, which I think kind of blows. But their very first book was printed on just like printer paper, and it didn't have any names on it from the creators, and they just sent it to comic shops. And then a couple weeks later, they announced like, "Oh yeah, we're Bad Idea, and this is who did the book." And people were freaking out because a lot of comic book shops just threw them away because they thought it was just fans that brought it in. And overnight, they started going for hundreds, thousands of dollars because of how rare they were. And some shops like laminated them and didn't sell it just so everybody could read it. And they just do stuff like that. And then they have stories that they'll publish under a fake publisher, and then you get it, and the first page was like, "Oh, you found our secret book." They do really weird stuff that doesn't seem like it'd be good for business, but I mean, I think they're doing pretty great.
It definitely builds buzz. Have you read The Hab?
Yeah, I'm reading the Hab right now. I think.
Golly, what a great story that has been. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It didn't seem like something I'd be into, but man, yeah, like you said, they just don't miss. I think Save Now is my favorite. I just got Tankers to read because I want to read Tankers versus Aliens because
Looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks sweet.
Giorello is probably one of my favorite artists working right now. Tomas Giorello, and he's doing a great job.
Oh, Tomasz Gur, yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
Planet
is the
Death
kind of
was my
stuff I
first
was
one.
talking about when I was talking about commerciality. Just it looks awesome. Like it's just got to look awesome, and this really does look so goddamn cool.
Dude, this is a cover that would make me stop 100%.
Yeah.
Like if
Mhm.
I was like just browsing through the books and saw that, I would be like, yeah, I don't know what this is, but I'm getting it.
Man.
So I am getting a little frustrated with them, but just for Planet Death. Planet Death is the first title of theirs that I picked up. I saw Planet Death and I'm like, okay. And I grabbed it, loved it. It doesn't pussyfoot around. It gets right into the thick of the fray. And they're massively late with issue 4. And it's absolutely driving me crazy. But they're also crowdfunding it. So it's like, what's going on? But Megalith was good. I didn't think I was going to like that because it's kind of a kaiju type of deal, but I've enjoyed that thus far. The Hab is the fucking balls. But Save Now is fantastic. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I wish my camera worked. I have their books actually on my shelf right next to me, and I have some of their chromium covers, and that's
Oh,
another
cool.
thing I love about them. They're I'm a sucker for chromium covers.
Another
I love like all
publisher.
of the artwork.
Oh yeah,
all
man.
of the artwork and all of these like.
Yeah, there's Save Now down there. That's awesome.
Save now. Boom.
Yeah, I think they do sort of position their stories. I really think they're trying to get all their comics made into movies and TV shows. They kind of write them that way. Yeah, I think Save Now has the most potential for something like that. They do have their series, The Ordained.
Yeah,
that was
I haven't read
that was sold as a movie before the first issue even came out. So I think that's kind of their plan: get comics out, in a way that just gets a lot of publicity. Maybe not that sells the most comics, and then bank on the movies.
And hey, maybe their goal is to be in an entertainment company, and hey, more power to them. I'd watch the movie.
100%.
I'd friggin' watch it. And like Planet Death was written by the guy who wrote it is the guy who wrote the John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I can't remember the screenwriter's name, but yeah. So
I
they've
saw
got
John
film guys
Malin's
writing.
review of Planet Death. I think Planet Death #1, and it looked cool. It just feels like it's a little bit trying too hard to be 40K.
I don't know what that is.
Warhammer 40,000.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I could see that. I think it's just going for that really dirty sort of like oily sci-fi. I don't know if that's a good thing to call it, but like
Grimdark.
I got it because I was like, hey, it looks like Starship Troopers, and I got it. So I kind of got it for that reason.
I love it.
I think Save Now 4 is coming out pretty soon, isn't it? Yeah.
I think August, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I was reading that they're doing rewrites for it. So,
oh no.
Yeah, they're pretty bad about that. They have that one right there. The first 7 days is a one shot, and that one's pretty wild. That was one of their secret ones, and it's about every puppet in the world just comes to life at the same time, and then they start building other puppets. Just super weird stuff. But they published that one under a different name, and nobody knew that it was them.
Yeah, it's like their serious books look like they would actually be like a good, interesting read, and then they got these just like fun little titles. All this just looks like a fun read. So it looks like a good time. I definitely want to pick up. What was that? The Tankers?
Yeah, Tankers versus Aliens.
Yeah,
dude,
that looks
sweet.
awesome. Megalith looked really cool.
Yeah.
Megalith. Man, the art for Megalith is it's La Rosa, I think, and his fantastic.
Yeah, agreed. And I was kind of on the first issue, but the second issue, it's taken it places I wasn't expecting, and so it kind of brought me in more on the second issue.
Well, and you can see that right there has mostly negative reviews. That Megalith #0, And
Oh.
the reason that has such bad reviews is because it's called Megalith number 0, but it's not actually number 0. There's a bunch of other ads for their
Yeah.
other books in it, and they didn't tell anybody that. It's just like a surprise. Here's ads for our other book, and that really soured a lot of people. So yeah, they do some weird stuff, but they're doing a good job. They're, even though all of their crowd funds are late and they don't communicate very well, they still make a ton of money. They still have their really those like super fans just because of the way they do stuff.
This guy agrees with you, Chris. What happened to Planet Death?
Yep.
I think they're just overworking Girello. I don't know if I'm saying his
Yeah.
name right, but Tomas,
Could be.
they're overworking him, I think.
Now I'll tell you another publisher that I'm really impressed with is Distillery. Have you guys heard of them?
No.
DSTLRY. They spell it funky. What I love about it is there's a lot of sci-fi stuff, and it is very much like a European style. The art, I'm reading Galactic. It's very Mobius influence. I love that. I love European comics. It's a bigger format. Like physically, the comic is bigger. And the guy who's writing Galactic, same guy that is writing Fireborn, I think is the name of it, from Image.
Mhm.
Kurt Pyers, I think is his name. We follow each other on X, we just kind of.
Not to toot my own horn.
Yeah, but a toot and a boot. Booty noodle.
Yeah, I haven't read anything from them. I actually have Galactic because I saw you post about it. I ended up adding it to my order, and I flipped through it, and I'm a little skeptical if I'll like it or not, but I'm pretty excited to check it out. It looks different above everything else. It looks different than what I normally get.
Fans of
Oh
Blade
shit! Well,
Runner,
now I'm maybe I shouldn't be doing reviews anymore.
No, that's okay. I as long as I enjoy reading, enjoy the process of reading, whether or not the book's good or not, doesn't really bother me too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I enjoy reading really terrible books.
Dude, sometimes the terrible ones are the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are White House Robot Romance looks pretty funny.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah, and
Sounds
weird.
like a manga title.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Weird is right up my alley. So it's got a lot
Yeah,
of
like
stuff that interests me.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a comic book and you're gonna like not try and like ground it in some sort of reality, then just go
Yeah, there's
all out and be
Galactic.
crazy weird.
That's my favorite. Number 2 is supposed to be coming out fairly soon.
Ashcan Distillery. That's digital preview. What if George Lucas and Quentin Tarantino?
That's a hook.
Yep. Sold. For fans of Star Wars against sex criminals.
This lightsaber I hid in my ass for 20. Nobody knows that. Oh shit. Okay.
No.
Sorry, I'm smiling real big. You just
Pulp
you can't
Fiction.
see.
Nobody saw
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I've seen. I haven't seen.
I've seen Pulp Fiction.
When
yeah.
Christopher Walken is doing the thing about the watch. This watch.
Neil Crenshaw.
Hey, Crenshaw, good to see you.
This one. Hey, that's my man right there. Crenshaw's a real
Boy.
one, dude. Vault has also been pretty good.
The Missionary.
They seem to. That's my favorite. What are you guys reading? Here I'm talking about me.
Man. I've just been writing and working. I don't have time to.
Yeah, I haven't really had a lot of time to read lately. I'm still working through Godzilla Rulers of Earth.
What's that?
It's Godzilla.
But I mean, is
And
it
the
a
Rulers of
movie? It makes me think it's a movie. Oh, it's a
Sounds like
comic, like
Yeah.
a
Oh.
graphic novel, or like a
Uh,
trade, or oh yeah,
Yeah, it's like a collection.
okay, cool.
It's IDW stuff.
Nice. Anybody else like horror? This was a decent read. Blood of the Wolfman by Image. It was okay. It was good. It was fun. This was gutter trash.
Oh.
This 100 Bullets,
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. of Rage or whatever it is, Anger. This was fucking terrible. SJW trash.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah. However,
how do those comics make money?
The Last Starfighter comic book. Look at that. I didn't know anything about that.
Wait, wasn't that a movie?
Yeah. And this picks up right after the movie ends, and it's continuing the story. This was fun. This was great.
Cool.
Yeah. And Mad Cave. I keep wanting to call it Mad Cow. Mad Cave.
I struggle with Mad Cave because all of their stuff, I don't know, like especially their early stuff looks so good, and then I would get it and it would just be like really bad and not the fun kind of bad. I kind of gave up on their stuff because I read was it Nottingham? It's like their Robin Hood story.
Yeah.
It's like super intense, bloody Robin Hood. And it was okay. But then they released another couple that I just, they were stinkers. And like I said, not the fun kind of bad. So I kind of gave up on Man Cave stuff.
100%.
I'm mostly reading, I read pretty much everything Ghost Machine and Bad Idea. And then I'm reading Red Sonja, which I've never actually read Red Sonja before, but it's the She-Devil with a Sword that Pablo Debonis is doing the art for. And he's a fantastic artist. He's doing Star Nar with Tony James that crowdfunds. I don't know if you guys know him. Great artist. So that book's been a lot of fun. But that's pretty much all I'm reading right now.
You're absolutely 100% right about Mad Cave. I didn't even realize The Last Starfighter was done by Mad Cave. I just saw Last Starfighter, opened to see what the art was like, and was like, boom, I'm mine. And then I got home and I was like, oh no, not Mad Cave. But I read it and it was fun. It's really fun. I read one of the worst books I've read this year was Mad Cave, Barbarians Behind Bars.
Yeah,
the name
I heard of that one.
It was fucking awful. It was the worst. Tripe. Just, it didn't make any sense. The art was god awful. It was like almost kind of Thundar the Barbarian ish. Thundar the Barbarian comic book, by the way, super fun, awesome read, love it. But IDW has just been gutter trash. Yeah, there it is. Barbarian Behind Bars. It sounds like an old Skinamax movie. But oh god, that was so bad. I did a review on that one.
That's the interior artwork?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like what? Like I don't mind if that one draw how you draw, but I feel like the cover should not it shouldn't be.
See the second cover? That second cover is the one that I saw, and I was like, ooh, let me check that out. It sounds a little homoerotic, but I'll try it. And oh my god, it was so bad.
See, this one right here, this cover on the end, that's not. That's a pretty good cover representation of the interior artwork, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like these first four. I would be thrown off if I opened it up to this.
Yeah, if the interior artist isn't doing the A cover, I'm very suspicious right away. There's a series. Yeah, there's a series called I think The Last Barbarian or The Last Barbarians that I was excited to read, and I got the first three before I even cracked the first one open, and the covers look fantastic. And I opened it, and it's 3D asset rendered art that you can tell they used like 3-dimensional characters that they moved and stuff. And I was like, this should be illegal. You should not be able to have this beautiful cover with this kind of art inside. It's just ridiculous. And I don't go to comic shops. I order all my stuff online now, so I don't even get to see flip through the interiors before I get it.
Okay, yeah.
So that's a big pet peeve of mine. That's why any book I ever do, the cover A is always the interior artist, because I just feel like that's the way it should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Makes sense.
Have as many variants as you want, but make sure the first main cover is your interior artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see Crenshaw's comment there. I decided to start reading the original G.I. Joe run. Super fun, and I love the technical aspects Larry Hama throws in. What's going to start Dave Brink's Perfect 10 today? Or maybe
Yeah.
was going to start Dave Brink's Perfect 10 today. Man, that G.I. Joe, I've actually been thinking about recollecting the original G.I. Joe run. The artwork is still just stuck in my mind, especially, the covers were so many iconic covers. The I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. There's one, it's like a skeleton with like some kind of robe on, and he's firing an M60. Like, looks like he's in the jungle, and the M60 is just smoking. Smoke's coming off of the barrel, and
That sounds right up my
fantastic
alley.
cover,
Yeah.
classic. There's one where it's Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes side by side, both have swords drawn, and like, oh man, just the artwork was great, and it was I don't want to say darker or maybe grittier than the cartoon. And I loved the cartoon when I was growing up, but like, they weren't firing laser bolts, and people weren't ejecting out of the plane before it crashed. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
People were dying.
yeah. So yeah, great stuff back then, man. So I've considered it. I think there is an omnibus or whatever of all the 80s stuff, but Jesus Christ, I don't have that kind of money up front. I can buy a $10 one here and there, but whew.
Oh yeah. Well, here, actually, speaking of covers, we have our little layout of our cover here. If I can find it on my computer.
While you do that, sorry, I hope this isn't rude, but Cody, I actually am having a really hard time hearing you, brother.
Oh,
I don't know if your
like-
mic's turned down or not.
it might be. Sometimes it likes to switch microphones on me. How do I turn this up?
All right, I've been trying to yo-yo my volume when you talk and stuff. So, but
Oh no, all good, man. Appreciate it, and did not know that.
and again, sorry, my camera's not working. I feel like a jerk
Dude, no,
because
not at all.
I'm very critical of people who hide behind avatars. Like, I'm very, very critical of that. So I'm always going to be on camera no matter what. And as soon as I tried to get on, I don't know what's going on, but my camera is like 15 years old, so maybe I just need to get a new one.
All good, dude. Technical difficulties happen.
Oh, there we go. Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you a little bit better. Yeah.
Here, I'll just crank that up because I'm a low talker, so we'll just crank that all the way up. Oh, who do we got in here? Oh, Mr. Gray Cloud. Sunny days
Yo,
with the Gray
dude.
Cloud. Here, I will shoot him a link to While I do this though, Cole, congrats on the was it 150?
Yeah, actually, here, let me see. It was 181 when I hopped on the
Oh.
stream. Actually, it's 184 right now.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
Congrats.
those meta ads are working pretty well. So I was very geeked to get 150 organically, and then when I started the meta ads, it's just kind of blowing up from there. So, but thank you, I appreciate it. I'm hoping. I don't know what my goal is. I don't really have a number in mind, but I'm just hoping a lot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Here I go. Okay, there we go. I finally found it. My God. I gotta organize these files in my computer better. But yeah, so this is kind of our beginning little sketch of the cover.
Nice.
Ooh.
So yeah, we got one of the main characters, Cormac. He's got one of the augmented humans that jumped him. He's like using him as a weapon to like beat all the other ones down.
Oh,
with.
that's awesome.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, and he's got like this guy's foot was stabbed into his back, so he's got like through this book and the next book and probably the next one, he's gonna have like a foot stuck into his back for a bit. But yeah, we got it's coming along, and I can actually show we did a bunch of character designs too.
I like that layout a lot.
Yeah, actually, yeah, cool. I guess I haven't really. I'll show you all the pages I got so far. I'm planning on releasing the first 20 pages as a just a free preview for people. So I'm just showing these off as they come out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I watched last week's. I think you mentioned that in your books. Is it 40 pages?
Yeah, 40 pages. Oh yeah, yeah. If you're watching last week, you saw it all then.
Well, hey, I'll look at it again. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
for
think
sure.
that's awesome. I think a lot of people are too precious about their book, and they're so worried about spoilers that they don't really show enough. And if you think of like movie trailers, man, how often do you see a movie trailer that like shows all the best parts, and you still go see the movie? You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like for me, the best parts are like 5 books later. So it's like,
Yeah.
like I can give away basically my whole first 2 books, and I still would I still have just I don't know. I still got a plethora of stuff to go through. My lore docs is like 240 pages or something like that right now. So
That's why it's not to derail from this, but real quick, what's crazy is people actually statistically enjoy media better after it's spoiled for them.
oh really?
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't think that. Brandon Sanderson talks about this during his lectures. I know he's a very divisive person, but I watch his lectures online, and he actually talks about a study that they did where they spoiled a movie for people, and like half the audience knew what was going to happen, and the other half knew nothing about it, and the half that had it spoiled for him had it said
Can you
that
hear
they
me?
enjoyed the movie.
There we go. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
now I can hear you.
So I'm not saying you should spoil everything, but I mean, I like
Hello,
said,
hello.
definitely don't be precious about it.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us? He can't hear us. We can hear him, but he can't hear us because he's probably got his headset going through a different thing. But let's see, because I don't want. Can I do it like this? Is this? Yeah, there we go. That's the layout I wanted.
Hey,
Oh.
Rosario.
All right, yeah. Well,
Yo,
he's
scribe.
Scrabalicious. Either way.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. My thing was all messed up. Sorry, guys. What's
Oh,
going
there
on?
we go. There we go. Not much. What's going on with you?
Chilling. What you
How's,
guys
uh,
doing?
how's-
They got
Oh, I'm showing-
penicillin. They'll clear that right up.
Here, I'll go back a little page here because I was just showing off what what me and the artist got for the cover so far.
No, yeah, that page is fantastic. Who's your artist?
Sketch 51 Comics, Bob Raymond or Robert Raymond.
Okay.
He did
He did the
he hasn't
cover.
done. Yeah, he's doing the cover too. He's the same guy. I got the same guy doing my the cover and the interior line work and stuff.
Man, I love that page. That's such a cool. I like that. I'm a sucker for space, obviously, but I love just the blacks.
Yeah, I've been trying to like figure out a way to describe my story, like comparing it to other things, and like the closest I've come to is like Warhammer meets Lord of the Rings.
I like
And it's
that.
like,
That's
but
a good way to describe
That's
it.
but-
epic.
Yeah.
but even then, it still like doesn't quite get what I want here. I'm trying
Do you have the cover? Do you have a?
to. I'm not used to Restream. There we go.
That's
Yeah, I'm
why
still
it's all
trying to
messed
figure
up.
out-
I had to like
Yeah.
switch my microphone and stuff. Like what? Look at this
Yeah,
guy.
so-
Look on camera. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm figuring this out. We're fucking doing it live here, boys.
Restream's a little
window.
weird, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's laid out like 70% the same, and then the other 25% is just so different it throws you off. See, now look at this. Now why is this coming up like this? What is going on here?
Damn computers. Damn computers.
Okay, let's try this again.
That was a
It
fun
wasn't
show
like that
last night,
time I
dude.
just brought it up.
Everybody was
Yeah,
drunk last
that was a
night.
good commandos.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch you guys get hammered. I like
Oh,
that.
dude, I got so drunk Friday night on the Friday nights show.
Did you?
Oh, I browbeat them into letting me on, and they said we'll let you on if you back Salty's book. I'm like, okay, twist my arm, whatever. I'm doing that anyway. So I did it. They let me on. I drank an entire bottle of rum,
Oh,
and
Sailor Jerry.
I was going. Huh?
Sailor Jerry rum? What kind of rum?
Captain Morgan. It was the clear,
God
Uh,
help you.
really good. But I just was going on a tirade of just vile jokes about women, and
It
somebody
wasn't like this
mentioned
last time I brought it.
somebody
up.
mentioned Melanie Mack, and I just went on how hot I think she is and all that.
Oh yeah, that would have been Michael. Michael would have mentioned Melanie, man.
That's Mike's girl right there.
Yeah, 100%.
I told him, I said I would do
Mike's
things to her that
rubber
would make a goat puke.
What the fuck? I gotta rewatch that stream now. Oh shit.
All right, well, yeah, I don't understand why just the cover.
Go back to StreamYard. This is too complicated.
So the only reason I did restream is because I can have it's like $20 a month, and I can have 10 people on the panel. That was the main reason I picked stream or restream.
How much is it to charge for StreamYard?
StreamYard's like $40 a month.
Just I thought it's free. You have a free version too, though.
It's free, but you can only have like up to 6 people.
Oh.
So like I got 10 people just in case, like, you know, whatever.
Gotcha,
Bunch of people
gotcha.
want to roll in. I don't want to like invite a bunch of people
What about
on here and then
that free one, OBS Studios, the open source one, whatever.
can you
OBS is a lot.
OBS,
to learn.
yeah. It's harder.
Yeah, like
I
have
have
OBS.
Streamlabs and it uses OBS and it's like a whole mess to learn.
Is that like Henri bowel symptom?
It's like Blender. That's crazy.
All right, yeah. I have no idea why this cover ain't working, but I'll bring up some like character designs we're messing around with, and then maybe it'll
Hell
work
yeah.
when I get there.
Oh, dope.
But yeah,
Dude,
so
that's awesome.
Yeah, this guy. These are all the like the group of villains that attack the heroes in the first one.
Oh, nice. I like that. I like those hands. That's
Yeah.
pretty wild.
They're basically like a pack of hunters specifically designed to hunt down other Augs. So like yeah, the guy's the leader of the group. A little burst runner guy.
That's a really cool design, Burst Runner.
That's
Yeah,
cool, man.
this is the main villain. So he's got like this like these markings or whatever, and then he has
Like
like 7
circuitry.
disciples. Sort of. It's called the Augs are powered by this stuff called like hive matter, and it's like it basically enhances all the like your internal biology. So like, and allows like grafting onto, like metal grafting and stuff. I gotta find a way to explain it a little bit better. But yeah, so like he's got like these hive markings, and then he's got like 7 disciples, and each disciple has like a branch of that on their face. So like this guy back here, he's got like the front one there. And then
That's
we
cool.
got the main character, he's got his little branch part right there.
Looks like a Cable character almost. It's cool with the
Yeah.
arm. That's cool.
Show that
Yeah,
guy
so-
with a Freddy Krueger hands.
That's cool, man. I could see this.
I-
I could see the layout. It looks dope,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't understand why on the restream it's not working, but on my thing it looks perfectly fine.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, he's got like he's basically got, what guy is it? This one. So that guy's foot is like stuck into the big guy's back, and he's using him as a weapon to basically beat everyone down with.
Oh shit.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cover actually. I have a similar layout for one of
Do you?
mine. Yeah,
Son
I
of a-
sent a few options over to
Let the battle
a pretty,
begin.
a pretty awesome artist. Keeping who it is
Oh,
secret
man.
for now, but let me share. So I can't draw for shit, so this is me doing the drawing. So keep that in mind.
Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom. That's what
You
that
should
You
thing
can draw
looks like to
10
me.
times better than I can. so I'm proud of that.
So
Like your
what's
stick figure there?
going on here is the main cast is fighting the final boss of book 1 on one of the variant covers, and I gave the artist a few options, so he might not have picked this one, but this is them all doing
Get outta here,
doing
Grant.
something. The lizard man is clawing at the back of the armor while the mounted gun is trying to shoot him. The main character, the werewolf, is doing a head kick from off off the cover.
I like that.
The spellcaster and her little gizmo drones are combining a flamethrower spell, and the robot ghost guy is shooting his laser guns at the I call this type of super soldier in the center an Omega unit. They're the
That's what my wife calls me.
they're the perfect living weapons of terror for the Dominion. And,
Dude, if you offer this as a variant, I'm buying it.
I was just gonna say that you
Oh,
should
yeah,
totally
be
do this as a variant.
Yeah, I would.
yeah, this is definitely going to be a variant. Well, if the artist picks this one, if the artist doesn't pick it, I'll save
this
it for
one.
another
This
artist.
exact
yeah,
thing.
as is.
As it is.
As is.
I have another version where the spellcaster is charging up a fireball instead of a flamethrower, and the little drones are helping her charge it up.
That's cool.
You've already got 2 variant covers right here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean,
got
like this version, like this exact thing,
Yeah.
you should offer as a variant cover. I think that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. I would be all over this.
Yeah.
An entire Skelly version of your book, a whole 100 pages of just like
A whole 100 pages like this.
Well, now I don't know about all that.
Oh man, this was the first option I actually gave my artist. I gave 3 options. So this is an alternate take on a scene where the Omega unit makes his first appearance, and everybody's kind of preparing for battle with the behemoth. They're like 20 feet tall, and he's breaking through a wall of shop buildings on the Venice Beach boardwalk. And this guy right here and this guy right here, they're the same character. It's just an alternate, different placement. So either he's leaping from the line of characters, or he's already in the air from behind them, basically coming at the guy. And then the last one, I like story-based covers. So each one of these is representing a different part of Act 3, basically. And this is where they all are kind of coming from the ocean, doing their beach landing, with everybody kind of doing their thing. This is my least favorite of the 3, but it's not bad. But this one is awesome.
Yeah, I like this one.
This one's pretty cool too. But this is just pure action. So cool.
I love the storytelling covers, man. Like this is what you're gonna see inside the book.
Yeah, dude. All right, that's all. That's all I got. By the way,
I had a question about one of your characters, the magic gal.
yeah,
Where her helmet lets her exhaust out or whatever it is.
yes,
Is that on both sides or is it on one side?
both sides.
Okay.
So the way her helmet vents it out, it's like Valkyrie helmet wings coming back off.
Yeah,
but
I
they're-
love
they're
that. I love that.
So they won't always look exactly like that.
I love that style, that design idea. That's really great.
Thank you.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah, Cole, I haven't really I don't know a whole lot about Empty Stars. Like, I've seen you on streams and stuff like that, but
Yeah, tell us
kind of
about
the whole
it.
premise to it.
Yeah, well, I don't do a ton of streams. I kind of I don't want to say I don't like it, but I usually busy during the day. I have little ones, so I don't
I think I
work
caught you
on
on
this
Elliot's.
until they go to
Elliot's
bed. But yeah, Empty Stars is kind of my love letter to those 80s sort of pulpy fantasy stories. I was a big fan of like Conan the Barbarian, Star Wars, of course, but also video games like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. And then I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for, I'm like 28 to 30 years. So you kind of took all the things I really loved and cared about and put them into this book. And this book specifically is my first one because it's a one shot. I originally got into comic books working on this really big, epic kind of ongoing series. So I think a lot of people do that, but I just sort of I don't know. I saw sort of this need for these like single issue stories, particularly with crowdfunding. I think people are sort of getting exhausted of like, hey, this is the issue one of a 900 series story that's going to take 100 years to crowdfund. So
Yeah.
it's kind of the thought behind it. So the characters and villains are sort of designed with that sort of like old school video game aesthetic. And then the story itself is if you played like tabletop role playing games, it's sort of like this epic dungeon crawl. These four warriors going into a lich's castle to save the princess. So just sort of a play on that.
Okay.
But it's very action packed. I mean, it's nonstop action. There's very little exposition. I think the first 3 pages set up the story, and then you just go, and it's
Nice.
what happens. And it's a full story. I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm going to do more of them. This particular story is just a one and done. So,
Oh, it's one shot. Just
Yep.
one.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Right.
Even I've had like people involved in the book have asked me like, hey, you should do a second one and stuff. Like, no, the whole point of it is to just be what it is. So I might do other like sci-fi one shots, but this is, I don't know. And
How many pages?
46.
Oh, that's perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was reading, oh man, Danny O'Neill's book on writing. I can't remember what it's called. It's
Oh, I have it right
writing
here.
for DC. Yeah, I'm a huge Danny O'Neill fan. And he talked about how in comics, one of the best thing, yep, that's it, is to, when you're writing, you want to start scenes as late as possible.
Mhm.
Start them as late as possible, but so the reader can still know what's going on. And I think that's an issue with like modern comics. They're starting them, right when the people sit down, and then you have these like 10-page of talking head kind of garbage.
Yeah.
So I just sort of thought, like, what if a whole comic started as late as possible, like a whole intergalactic universe, this giant war. This book is just the last few hours of it. So I kind of took that a little too seriously, I'd say, and then
That's
crafted the
cool,
story
man.
with that idea in mind.
Yeah, that's a really cool concept.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I mean, think about like action movies, sci-fi movies. Always the ones that really stand out. They're ones that get right to the meat of it. They get right into the thick of the fray.
In media res, right into the action.
Mhm.
Yeah. We even
Yeah,
need
even,
Star Wars episode 4.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Star Wars is probably the best example of that. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
here's 2 minutes of everything that's going on, and then now it's this more like personal story, but you
Yeah,
still have
yeah.
this big epic scope.
I love Rossi's use of blacks for backgrounds, like the Magnolia
Yeah,
feel.
man.
We were just talking about that, like doing backgrounds with Will and all that stuff, and I was like, I think it should go like this because it's just you don't need anything. Boom,
No.
it's just basically squares in a tunnel, and everything else is just you could picture
Mhm.
it with the black. It's just to me that's art. To
I
make
like
something
like
look
when it
bigger than
leaves-
it is without
It
having
leaves
to
more
add
to the
detail.
imagination, right? It's
Exactly.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be working with him. I think he's a phenomenal artist.
yeah,
and
he
he
rules.
Yeah,
It's great, bro.
he does
Yeah.
that. All of his colors blend. Like you can see that guy in the middle there. His name's Jedrick. His hair just sort of blends into the rest of the page. You don't see like the
Mhm.
top of his head and stuff. So I love that. I think that's more of an old school kind of look, and that's
Mhm.
really what I wanted to go for.
And a newsprint style, and this
Yep.
it's gonna the lettering is really good too. He's a good letterer, Peter. This
Yeah,
is cool,
Pete, man, Pete's awesome. He's a good letterer, but he's sort of like he's really helped guide me and things. He was the editor for my first book in that big long series I was talking about, and man, he ripped it to shreds. Like I was so defeated after it, but worked on it for another year and sent it back to him, and he was very said it, was very nice about it. So he's really helped me sort of learn how to write for comics because I've been writing for a really long time, but mostly for theater and like tabletop
Okay.
role playing games. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Oh.
keep my style, but sort of make sure it's a good comic, not just a good story. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's, when you're running a comic, it's different. You got the page turns, the rules, the 180-degree rules, and like where to place your, how much dialogue you need on a page. Is it necessary? It's an art form in itself. Yeah, it's
It really is.
Because then at the end of the book, there's like that fight scene, that's on the cover or whatever, and then like because I do the panel layouts for the artist, so to make sure that like everything made sense, I was literally standing in my like living room, like acting out the motions, like
Oh,
making
yeah.
sure that like, because like you want to make sure it all looks right, and it's like guy comes from the right and you're swinging to the left or whatever, the guy can't just go flying because you're like swinging one direction. Like it's-
Right. No, you're correct, dude. And doing your dialogue, like just speaking it out so it doesn't
Yep.
you know, sound like a retard. You know, I record all my dialogue and I listen to it back. So I'm like,
yeah,
oh, wait, this
yeah,
doesn't
because
sound right.
what you write down can sound completely different when you actually say it, and it's like that doesn't.
I'll even act it out like you do. Like I'll have my lady like, "Can you say this to me?" Be like, "No." And it's like, "Oh, how does that sound?" I want to keep because my whole
Yeah.
thing is feel and emotion. You know, that's so
That's how I write. Period. And I think that comes from writing for tabletop games. Like, it's just acting. Like it's really getting into characters and learning these characters to know like what decisions they would make on the fly. So I'm the same
Yeah.
thing when I'm writing. I'm like pacing around the house, pretending to be, you know, one of these characters, freaking everybody out. You know.
yeah, and then you got to picture it like, okay, now that's why I read it to her. I'm like, well, how does it sound to you? It's like, oh, it's a little too this, a little too that. Maybe tone down that, and then you put it into writing. You know, like emphasize like what's needed, especially like there's so dialogue is great when it's necessary, but there's some books it's like, oh, I don't need this
Yeah.
exposition when it's right here. You know,
Yeah,
and
the-
you're showing it. Get that a
at
lot.
least with my book, like the only time I'm really going to be using dialogue is if the image itself can't do the work, right? Like, I feel like the
Yeah.
words are basically just there to convey what that image, can't.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's funny. You're absolutely right about necessary and unnecessary dialogue, and I actually wrote a bit. I used to my friends and I, we were going to do a comedy troupe, and I wrote a bunch of bits, and I wrote this one bit about the Super Friends, the old Super Friends cartoon, and even when I watched it, I thought this was it didn't make sense to me. So there's one in particular I use where it's Green Lantern, and Sinestro is going crazy, and he rips this head off of the Mount Rushmore and tosses it throws it at onlookers. And Green Lantern's flying through the air, and he stops and he goes, "That sinister Sinestro has purposely dropped the head of George Washington. I've got to act fast." And I'm like, the reality would be that sinister, oh shit.
Yeah.
Why did we know what he did? Like
We saw it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone wants to repeat the dialogue of things that the character literally just did, and it's like, if you did what Scribe did, you actually talk out your dialogue, you'd catch that kind of stuff. But
Like
I
that
don't know.
sounds a little weird. I don't know about that. Yeah, I caught a lot of weird things. I'm like, I'm not gonna say that. Who says that? You know? Who says
Who
that shit?
talks like this? Like,
What'd you
like,
guys do
there's also-
yesterday? How was 4th of July? What'd you
It was
guys all
good.
do? Yeah.
I
Oh, dude,
drank.
out here it's too loud. They don't stop at the fireworks, bro. It's crazy.
It's usually like that here. I'm in Texas, but dude, it was quiet last night. I was really surprised.
Son of a bitch.
Very-
Mexicans and fireworks don't mix. It's like they
Very-
discovered oil. They're like, oh, oil. It's like, stop, dude. It's like 4 a.m. You don't need to light off the fucking sparklers with your little Jose. Stop it. Yeah, that's how it is over here, bro.
Yeah, I was over here just scrolling the internet like a Jewish kid on Christmas, being like, "Oh, look at all these people having fun,"
Hey, you guys get 8 presents. Shut up. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
we get a candle, dude. It's a burning candle. What is this?
Hey, you guys got a big party when you're 13. Come on. We don't get that. You know? I've been to a bar mitzvah before. It's fun. Shit.
No, it's just funny, like comparing Canada Day, which was like on Wednesday or whatever, to Independence Day. It's like, it's no comparison. They'll have like some pride rallies, I guess, on Canada Day, and it's like, there you go. There's your Canada Day.
Pride and pancakes.
We're gonna bomb you guys and take it over. We told Frederick
Please.
last night. It's like,
Please, hurry
4th
up.
of July is
to
so
us.
awesome. Even Japan celebrates it.
you saw that? I was like, what the fuck, dude?
They
Who's
really
that?
leaned into that whole X translate thing.
Who was that Russian girl? She had like a gun and she started shooting it in the ground. It's another Russian,
Oh,
Oh no, you froze.
like Americans, and they're like dancing.
Oh.
You guys love us. It's the best.
Oh, there you go. He's back.
you froze up on us. I didn't catch that,
Yeah.
bud.
Something about
I
a
did.
Russian
at
girl
first.
and then another
Oh,
Russian
I was like,
girl.
there was a Russian girl was like shooting a gun, and another girl next to her had high heels or like American, like bikini, whatever. And
Yeah,
they're all,
yeah.
like,
Oh.
rushing, dancing. I'm like,
Oh, nice.
America, baby, America.
Hell yeah.
I
Indeed.
like it. I love it. I
Love
love it.
it.
Trying to find Japan celebrating America Day.
I live like on a real big hill, so I usually can see about 6 or 7 different towns fireworks from my porch.
Oh,
So
dude,
we
that's
went out to
awesome.
watch it last night, but it was so cloudy we couldn't see any of them. So we
Oh,
just sat there and listened to it for a little bit.
Look at that. They're like, woo! Thank you for bombing us. Do it again.
They love us.
American-
They really
Like,
love
come
us.
on, yeah, dude. When,
Oh, they do love us over there. It's all our like they like rockabilly like crews over there. Okay, they like
Yeah.
love everything. They tan just to look black. All right, it's freaking weird.
Maybe they're not so happy about the bombing, but they love that we rebuilt them afterwards.
Oh, we
Yeah.
put a lot of money over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who is this? Is this
I don't know
Queensryche?
It was rat,
Like-
maybe.
Jeez. Look at these guys.
That's
Who
the
are those
last
people?
surviving Beach Boy.
Probably. They love
Craziness.
us. They love
Japan
us.
is more.
Look at them.
They even got they even got Trump going on. Look at these guys.
We
Oh,
love
well,
you,
the prime minister's
Japan.
like, she's like down with us. The
We
prime
blew you
minister of
up.
Japan.
We
Yeah.
blew you up so beautifully. And
We'll
now
do it. We'll do it again. So
Yeah,
she'll
we'll do it
that.
again.
you've got beautiful women, some of the most beautiful.
I think that, I
Latin
don't know if it
America,
was
baby.
Japan.
Latin
I
America.
only saw a little clip of it, but part of the drone show there, I think they made a giant 1911 handgun in the sky and reloaded it and stuff, and it looked so cool.
That's insane, dude.
Oh my God, that's great.
You did that over here, the news would be all over the place.
Yeah,
You know, there was no pride parades in downtown LA. I'm like not too far
Really?
from there. It was very little this year. So I think
Well,
people
I
get
even
it.
noticed like even none of the
Shock.
companies swapped any of their.
Well, then you go to Hollywood and West
Logos or
Hollywood over
anything.
there, like North Hollywood.
Oh,
It
yeah.
gets a little, Sugarfoot's over there. But
I don't think
Sure, that ages.
Little
On
that
the-
makes more sense.
on the east side, we don't tolerate that.
I don't think that stuff gives them the attention that they want. It's a little
Yeah.
too normal now. So whatever, it's gonna be something crazier next year.
Right? Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Look at that.
What's this one? Yeah, what's this?
Those are drones, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
fireworks.
Drone.
No, those are drones.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Imagine
there's
if they
there
were
was
all
nothing
loaded
like this in
with
Canada.
like C4, and you just like
Oh,
attack
dude.
like a city.
Oh my god.
Well, that's what's gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah,
there's gonna be a boat on the shore, and all of a sudden, like 1,000 drones are just gonna warm in on New York and just like blow stuff up.
Yep.
That's crazy.
that
dude.
is so cool.
Oh, you
Man,
got
you
his
show
eyes
this
moving and
to
stuff.
somebody from like 100 years ago, they'd shit their pants.
100%.
Project Bluebeam. That's what this is. That's how they're gonna
crazy, man.
scare us with UFOs when it comes. They're gonna be like, "Look, they're here," and it's all a bunch of drones. Big Independence Day like ship. It's hilarious.
Damn, that Uncle Sam head reminds me of any of you see that movie Megamind, where he makes a giant head of himself with drones?
No.
It's
Is
this
it-
old, not really old, but it's this DreamWorks supervillain becomes a superhero movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, I think I've
Well-
heard of
Oh,
it. The
the
guy with the big
DreamWorks
head, the
one.
egghead
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
the
the big
big-
head.
yeah.
He got blue skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I see that? I
Yeah.
don't remember. Maybe I gotta
I
watch
haven't,
it.
I
now.
haven't seen it. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah,
That's crazy, dude. What they could do now.
I think I can
seriously.
turn that up. There we go.
I want to go back to the 90s. Everything was more simple.
Yeah, everything was a lot.
Yeah.
People just wanted to
Right?
make things better back then.
Was it now everybody's talking about the video game thing when there was the PlayStation basically cut off all games, right? It's all physical games are done.
Yeah, if you don't play your games on PlayStation for like 4 or 5 months, they just delete them off of your console.
But how if you bought them? How is that legal?
Because when you buy things now, you don't actually own them.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it
Like,
has like
it's-
a. Sorry,
It's
the
like
the like
you're buying a
actual-
license basically.
Yeah, the actual like game data that you download originally has something in it that has to like authenticate online, and if it doesn't authenticate, it just won't let it boot.
Because
So,
I'm not a
Well,
video
that's the
game.
thing,
I'm
too.
not a video game guy. I stopped like PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
like the last,
This
but
has
like
been a thing too since like PlayStation 3, because I remember like
that
even
far, but that far back.
Yeah, because even on PlayStation 3, that like you'd have an issue where like sometimes your games wouldn't like work, and you'd have to restore the license on it.
mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well,
it-
the
it
physical
has been
games
a
now are
thing.
just what is it, like a bone pack, right? It's just basically like the background, and then the rest
Ye-
is all online. So
a
that
lot of them. Yeah, a lot of them is just a code. At least back in the PlayStation 3 days, the game was like still a physical game for the most part.
so crazy, dude.
Yeah, right around GTA 5, I think the games on the disc started to become like you put it in the machine and then it triggers a download for the
Yeah.
actual game.
Mhm.
Now, for you guys who are video game guys, do you think that's going to be like what the digital thing with comics was in the late '90s, what Jim Lee was pushing? Do you think it's not going to work? Because a lot of people are not liking this. Because I mean, it's maybe the new kids and everything, because that's what they do. They download, Steam and everything. But do you think it's going to
for
be
me-
a revolt?
It depends.
For me, it depends how long they can.
I think it's going to be a
right?
revolt. I think the people that there's a huge resurgence of retro gaming with the past like
Mhm.
5-6 years. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a revolt, and they're gonna switch. Look what happened with the digital comics. It didn't blow up like it's supposed to.
Especially
Everybody's
if
like,
they're
oh,
gonna,
everybody's gonna go digital, and it didn't do it.
especially if they're going to be able to delete a game because you haven't played it in four. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Is that
Yeah.
new? Is that happening?
Yeah,
new,
this
or
is
it-
new.
That's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna revolt. I don't think people are gonna pay
No.
$80 a game. Be like,
No.
oh, you can.
And
right.
Sony in particular is so goddamn censorious. Like they moved the headquarters to California, I think, and ever since then they've just been no sexy women, no fun things. You know, all of the female characters have to be ugly, male characters have to be non-threatening.
And what was it? Not even 10 years ago, PlayStation was the company that was like, yeah, you can not only we have the physical game, you can share these physical games with your friends.
Yeah.
Like you can like share. Yeah, you can like. I forgot how that worked. How did that? You just share the license with your friend, and then they have access to the game too. I can't remember exactly how
That's
that used to
crazy.
work, but
Now, does Xbox is doing the same thing or no?
No,
Or is it just-
Xbox is
no.
is still normal for the most part. They still do the
They're-
whole discs or downloads thing, but they don't. They're not assholes like
They're
Sony.
probably letting PlayStation do the trial run though. Like if it's successful with PlayStation, I don't see why they wouldn't do the same.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be successful, dude. I
I
think it's
don't
going to be a
think so
revolt. People are just already pissed. I'm scrolling through YouTube. I'm like, damn, dude. People
I think
are
there's enough
mad.
PlayStation fanboys to, put up a little bit of a fight. For they'll buy it no matter what because it's PlayStation.
Right.
You get the ball and gun gamers who only play Call of Duty and
Yeah.
NBA whatever, but it's more people are moving to PC, in my opinion.
Well, that's what I
hate-
think, right? I think a lot of people are just gonna say no to the new PlayStation 6, which I think is gonna be like what, $1,200 or something.
Wait, when is that
So,
coming
like,
out? They're already
Uh,
pushing another place. It's like, dude, stop.
I'm not
man.
sure when it's coming out, but yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's all nuts, man. I remember when it was like once every 5-6 years we get a console. It's like I really want to collect all of Saturn and Dreamcast, but it's like expensive. So I just want to get an emulator and just do all that stuff, man.
I
Okay,
think
it was just an estimate. Yeah.
I hate to
Oh,
be
sorry, go for it.
contrarian, but I actually think I think they're gonna stick with it.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they've been trying to phase out like traditional gaming for a long time. I think that's why you're seeing, like you mentioned, no attractive women, like not as many single player games as there used to be. The ones that aren't as good. I think they've been trying to phase out that portion of their audience. And
Yeah.
right now, the biggest gaming audience is like Fortnite, Call of Duty, sports games that update every year, games that are either already live services or going to be transitioned into live services. So I think they're going to stick with it because even though they could lose 30% of their audience and they're still going to make the same amount of money from those people who kind of don't care about that stuff. Where people like I grew up in the 90s, so for me gaming is a real personal activity. I'm not really into multiplayer. I play a lot of single player games.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not really why people play games anymore. They play it as more of a social activity. So I
No,
think
you're
they're
right.
going to stick
Yeah.
with it. I think Sony's doing it. I think Microsoft. I don't even think Microsoft's going to make consoles anymore. And then I think we're going to see kind of like how we are with indie comics, right? I think we're going to see this big indie wave, maybe even a
Yeah.
new console that's not online, stuff like that.
Well, indie games are big right now. That's like a big thing too, right? And the whole indie,
Yeah,
all these,
they're
like,
yeah,
indie
they're
games,
getting
indie-
bigger.
They're getting popular for sure. I wouldn't say
and
they're,
more
like,
and less. Was it 32 bits, 16 bits, like really huge? Because I do miss that type of style, like that, the 2D, like the really, the high sprite. But I just don't like the way the games look now. It's too cluttered, too dark. It's this hazy look. I don't know. It's too much.
well,
Kind of takes it
running
away
on the
from
same
like.
engine too, right? They all look the same. A lot of them are using Unreal Engine or like the same, like the exact same
Or Unity.
like yeah, or Unity, right? It's like
Yeah.
you only have access to so much different style when you're all using the same tool.
That's true.
It's weird though because they just have that disposable budget. Because I agree, like indies, we're seeing a lot of people who like on Kickstarter. I just got a notification today about a campaign that had like 1,000 followers, and their campaign will probably make $1 million. But that's really not enough to like
It's really
sustain a
not.
video game company. Like
No.
$1 million per game. When you think of a game like
Oh wait,
next-
the game raised $1 million?
Yeah.
just as an example, like if an indie game raises $1 million,
Oh,
that's
okay.
phenomenal for like that person involved.
Right.
But a lot of that's going to go to the game. Whereas these,
Yeah.
Sony, they put out a new game, they could move, 10 million units and make 10 times that amount, and that's a bad launch for them, So
Yeah.
just thinking of it like from a financial perspective, even if like people are loving these indie games, we're still not seeing the support that
Right.
games like Fortnite and Call of Duty and the sports games are getting. I don't think it'll be anywhere near that. Again, just to tie it in the comics, that's why Marvel and DC can pump out so many really just
Yeah.
bad books because they make so many of them and they just got these shops that buy them anyways. So
Yeah, like
That's true.
I think Sony in particular has reported like a 30 something % profit loss on trying to do these live service games, but they don't care. They're going to keep going. Like that Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Oh yeah.
Bombed so lost like a few $100 million on it or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're
That's a lot of money, man.
That's the one where they
yeah,
killed Batman, right?
yeah. Harley shoots him in the head. It's terrible,
Yeah.
terrible moment.
Wait, what?
But,
What?
Yeah. Yeah. In the game, Harley Quinn shoots Batman in the head and kills him.
Yeah, she does this whole big. It's all so
Slay
bad.
Queen.
Yeah, right.
It was one of those moments.
Like it
video
bombed
games
so
are
bad, a
weird.
bunch of the devs went into therapy, and they're gonna keep making more. Not necessarily that, but they're gonna keep trying to do that same thing over and over because they
Well,
think
like the,
that we haven't
Mhm.
done it yet, but you know what? Let's keep trying. We'll get it eventually.
That's crazy, dude.
Was
a
every
really
Star
good
Wars
company.
game-
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry, go for it. Go
I'll just
for
say
it.
a really good company to look at for comparison is Netflix, because I remember when Netflix first killed Blockbuster and they sent physical discs to your door, and
that was good.
every person I know when they switched to streaming, they're like, "There's no way I'm going to stream. I want the physical stuff." And now they're one of the biggest companies in the world, and they have 300+ million subscribers. I think video games saw that, and they want to emulate that same kind of business. Because I remember they were trying to do that with gaming, where you could rent a game and they would send it, and that just didn't do very well. So they're,
It's a,
I think, ever
Gamefly.
since, GameFly.
Yeah.
And I think they've been trying to figure out how to emulate that business where you don't have to have anything physical. You don't have to have any sort of like connection with your audience. You can just pump out a ton of different products, or in their case, a ton of different games, and people will just be happy with what they get. Because that's kind of how Netflix is, right? You're just kind of happy with whatever they
I think you're correct. I think both of us are right. I think it's going to go through, but I think there will be a revolt because that's the fandom is different. Like when it comes to nerdy stuff, we're a little crazy with our stuff.
There will be a
We
split
want,
off for sure.
So I think it's going to be both. They might be another company that just produces games for. I don't know. There's gonna be all kinds of mod hacks and all kinds of people like doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And
All
it's
the-
like that with any kind of change in a fandom, right? Like, you look at Star Wars. There's people like me who absolutely loathe pretty much anything Disney's putting out Star Wars.
Yeah.
But then you've got
Horrible.
people who, absolutely goon for it, if you will.
Well, they didn't because they didn't see the older stuff too. A lot of those people who like the new stuff haven't seen Empire Strikes Back or.
Well, and they watch a lot of those older things too, and they're like, "This looks awful."
Yeah.
Because it's like they don't. It's not CGI, and they're
Oh my
what they're
God.
used to seeing. So
Look at
it's
this
crazy.
cockman oppressor.
No
These are
appreciation, no
puppets.
respect.
yeah.
I think there's a big audience in the middle there too who hates it but will still patronize it. Like again, I mean, how many YouTubers do you know that talk about how awful Disney is, and then they're the first ones in line at any movie that comes out, And
Right.
same with
Yep.
gaming. Talk about how crappy games are, and then buy every new release. And like the companies don't care if you like their product or
That's
not; they
true.
want your money.
That is true.
So I
Right.
think that's the biggest audience right now that people are going for are like hate watchers.
Well, it's funny because that's like they've almost become they have become the audience that those companies are now chasing, right?
Of course.
Like,
I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
buy,
like-
buy my stuff, review it. We don't care if you like it or not. They don't care. They don't.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
you're still
really
giving
like
me money.
that's fake hating, right? I mean, that's really just hating for engagement.
Like everybody hated He-Man. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was fun, dude.
Yeah,
He-Man
I
was
love that.
great.
That
Great.
looks awesome. I really wanted to see that. That looks so fun.
It's fun, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is
there's
very
some
fun.
parts. It's like, okay, yeah, but it's fun.
But
I
it's
mean,
not
like,
what you expect
it's
from a
not
He-Man
perfect.
movie.
have you seen the cartoon, people? It's retarded, Like
Exactly.
the best part of the movie is exactly the end. It's a comedy part, but it's the best part because it's exactly like the cartoon. Yeah, to the T, dude. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, this is great. This is
Oh,
funny.
I-
They made
I
fun
know
of
exactly what
themselves.
you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself seriously at all.
No, it's
And-
great. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a
That's how it
part
should
two,
be.
maybe, maybe not.
I do. I'm down
mean,
for it.
I'm not anticipating it. It's like one of those one and done movies to me because He-Man
Hmm.
wasn't like the great. It's fun, but it wasn't like a grandiose.
Right.
It's
It's not
not,
like some
Transformers or GI Joe.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Too
It's
much
not-
of a spotlight on it, it'll lose
Yeah,
a bit of
like
the.
I want to see a GI. Give me a GI Joe movie now, like a dope one. Like I want to, give me a real Transformers movie.
Yeah, they haven't done any really
Give me
good
a
G.I.
real,
Joe movies, have
real
they?
80s Transformers movie. They tried to do it, but no, I want like,
Man, I still say that first Transformers movie was good.
no way, dude. The music alone, like that stupid Kill Bill music in the middle, like like stop, you
Kill Bill music.
stop. Yeah, there was like this weird Kill Bill music in it. The same guy who did the composition did both movies. So I'm like,
Huh.
man, this is weird, dude.
Not,
Yeah.
It did give us "You Got the Touch" though. That's a great song.
well, that's
I'm talking about. You talking about the original '87 movie, the cartoon
Yeah.
movie?
talking
That's
about the
that's
live
the best. He's talking
Yeah.
about the live action.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was horrible. Yeah,
That
no,
introduced Megan Fox to the world.
but the original '87 was the best. That's the movie,
Yeah.
dude.
I think
That
the
movie-
best thing about the first Transformers was when you went to the movie theater, you saw the Cloverfield trailer for the first time. That's the only thing I remember about seeing the movie.
Voltron, it's Voltron.
Yeah,
Everybody thought it was Voltron.
right.
I was like, oh man.
Is that really happening, by the way? I keep seeing something about
Ultron?
Henry Cavill being involved in a Voltron.
Yeah, they're filming a Voltron. I think it's.
I really hope that follows through. I heard his Warhammer 40K thing fell through, and I'm
really?
so disappointed. I don't know
Why
if
would
it
they?
actually
Yeah.
did or not. I just heard a rumor.
It's not. I don't think it's happening, but the Voltron thing is.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I hope it's good. It's going to be based more on the original Go Lion, not the American version. So it's like more gory. Like the original is real. It's not for kids, dude. Same thing with like Gotcha Man. Like Gotcha Man was real bloody and
Live
like,
action Voltron Prime Video 2027.
oh,
Okay.
yeah.
What the only difference I know with Voltron is there was the lions and then there was the dumbass one with the cars.
Well, so original Voltron was called Go Lion. So that's what it's called in Japanese, and it was completely different. It was more like death. It was more darker.
Uh-huh.
And then same thing with Robotech. Macross is completely
Yeah.
different, and
Yeah.
they just changed it a lot. Oh, Gotcha Man too.
that was
Force 5.
insane how that was changed.
That was real dark too, man. Yeah, they got to change it for us Americans. Dumb it down.
Well, for the target audience they were going after,
But
don't
Toonami
blame
when Toonami came out with like Gundam, for the American audience, that was like, what?
Yeah, Gundam
That's
rules.
cool.
I
I
didn't
like
watch a whole lot of
Xeon.
Voltron as a
Their
kid.
their Gundams are way better.
Oh man, I so
Gundam's dope.
wanted the Voltron lion.
Matchbox.
I wanted that so bad when I was a kid.
I only had like
And build the
Blue
big
Lion. Yeah.
build the big robot like
It was like heavy. My cousin had it.
Yeah.
I was like, trying to take
die
it home one
cast
day.
and everything. Yeah, man, it was. I had a friend that had it, and I was so jealous.
One day.
And I'll form the head.
Voltron was great, dude.
And Thundercats. I want a live action Thundercats movie.
That could be dark.
Yeah.
That could be. I'm so scared it's gonna be like the live action Cats though.
Ooh, don't say that, my friend. That was
Why would you think
horrific.
that?
That was terrible.
Cats is gay to begin with. Why would that? Why would you be worried about that? That would not even cross my mind. Although I guess it is a possibility.
I mean, when you look at the character design and then you try and picture that in live action, it's like I don't know.
My
Harry Crews is Panthro.
my editor or
That
my
could work. That could
my like
work.
editor proofreader for
Constantly
Empty
flexing
Stars.
his pecs.
He went and he watched the Cats movie, and then he woke up the next morning and half his face was paralyzed. He got Bell's palsy. And
Oh no!
He swears it was from that movie. He actually went online and left negative reviews and said, "This movie gave me Bell's palsy. Don't watch it. It's so
What?
terrible."
I would blame it on that.
Yeah.
Blame it on
Dude.
the rain.
Blame it on cats.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
man.
hundred percent.
Blame it on the fur ball.
I did not to totally change things up. I did share my screen. I have when I hit 150 pre-launch followers, I shared the collector's edition cover for Empty Stars.
Oh damn!
Oh hell yeah!
And this is from Robert Geronimo, who I don't know if you guys
Nice.
are familiar, but he does Blood Realm.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did this for me a while ago, and I was pretty excited to have him on board. But this will be within my collector's box tier. And
Is this colored or no? Not gonna
Nope,
be
this
colored?
it'll be black and white, just like this.
Dope.
I have a question about that guy.
Yeah.
The first time I saw him, I don't know who he is. Is he a known, like, established guy or
Oh, Robert Geronimo?
Geronimo fella?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because it's like the indies, but I've known of him for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
good.
the first time I ran into his art was 7 Men's Before Sundown.
Mhm.
Because he did like a chapter plate or something in it. And man, I swear when I first saw it, I thought it was AI.
Oh yeah. No, I could guarantee you he does not use AI. If he's been doing a series for years called Blood Realm, and he does live drawings and stuff all the time.
Yeah, he's good, dude.
He has a
That's
channel
awesome.
on YouTube called Geronimo Draws. Geronimo Draws. I would definitely check it out because
Yeah,
he does
for sure.
everything by hand, by paint. So, and I have the original of this. If my in camera worked, I'd show it to you, but he sent me the original.
Yeah, I
Um,
did
so
a
yeah.
review. Sorry.
That's right.
I did a review on that 7 Men's, 7 a.m.s before sundown, and I mentioned that. I was like, this is cool, but it looks AI. But I'm not familiar with his work. But if it's hand drawn, that's badass.
Blood Realm is good, man.
Yeah, it's like super dark Lord of the Rings, like as
Yeah.
dark as you could imagine in Lord of the Rings. But he's a fantastic artist, good dude, good storyteller. And this character is just so gnarly and gross and evil. I really wanted this style for it.
That's awesome.
You should talk
Yeah.
to
That's really cool.
based art department and get this on one of those metal cards.
The metal cards.
This would-
Oh yeah.
This would look
Actually,
really good
I-
on a metal card.
He does super awesome work. I actually have a laser that I can do that with.
Oh.
Is my
Oh, nice.
Well, la di da.
my collector's edition tier, it's a handmade wooden slipcase that all the books are going to
I bet. Yeah, you showed that on there. That's cool, man. How many people? What's the quantity of that? What are you gonna?
It was going to be just 10, but since I have my own laser now, I'm just leaving it open because I could make quite a few a day. So I'm going to leave it open and
Oh,
just
nice.
see how it does. And
That's cool. The
Nice,
wooden
man.
box is cool. It's different. You know.
yeah, again, I wish I could show you. It's right here next to me, but it's what it is.
That's what it
great.
takes, man. You got to be different. You got to be creative.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I was going to say that earlier. I think with crowdfunding, you really got to do something that is only possible through crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Like if you just put your book out there, it might fund and do well, but the really big projects and the things that really blow up on crowdfunding, they have other things involved that just wouldn't be possible through normal distribution. And that's kind of why I'm doing the collector's box.
Yeah, boxes
Yeah,
are cool.
you gotta
man.
have those goodies and bonuses, man.
What
I
do
don't-
you know? Like,
What's up?
what? Again, speaking for myself, I really don't care about, the stretch goals and all this, that, and the other. 9 times out of 10, a stretch goal is something lame, like a bookmark or a
Well,
card,
those are the tchotchke stuff.
a
Yeah,
trading
that's-
card. Like fucking Aaron Lopresti.
Stuffing stuff.
I'm pretty sure it was Aaron Lopresti. His crowdfund thing, he's like, hey, if we hit 40,000, you'll get a card. I'm
Trading
like,
cards are cool
"Throw
though. A
that
lot of people like
Trading
trading
cards are
cards.
cool.
sideways. Polish it and
Trading cards are cool, especially the metal ones, dude. Those are
Yeah,
they are. They're big. Trading cards is a big thing.
I toss that shit. I don't give a shit about trading cards.
I like
If it
trading
was a-
cards, posters,
was
and
like a
T-shirts.
If it was like an uncut sheet,
uh,
that'd be something interesting. I'd pay extra for something like that. That's different. But card, get the fuck out of here.
All right, Chris.
So,
now
anyway,
what about this? What
I'm
about
curious about what everybody else thinks about that. Maybe it's just me.
I love trading cards. I like
Okay,
trading
so-
I,
cards.
I like the trading cards too. I'd prefer if the stretch goal would be like a set of trading cards for like the main characters or something like that.
Right.
That's what
So
I'm
my
doing.
plan for mine is I'm going to be doing lore cards. I'm going to be making little lore cards. So it's going to be explaining like Hive
like
Matter.
gaming, like gaming cards type stuff.
Sort of. It'll almost look like a trading card, but it's just going to be like a little lore card or whatever, just to give people that little bit of extra knowledge going into the world if you want it.
You know,
And
I
then
think
I'm
I like that- I
Vaughn
like
did
that.
something like that for
He
Well,
did,
my
yeah,
goal
yeah.
is too
Yes.
is I want to like over time I want to build it up to 52. So you've got a full 52 deck of like actual lore cards, and then have a box for it, and then
That's
you basically
cool.
have like a.
That's really
And I
cool.
want to
Yeah.
I want to do a full metal card version of all of them too. So you'd have a full
Oh, that's cool. Now,
metal
see,
lore card.
that's got a little something to it, right? That's got a little bite.
What about
Or like an
posters? You like
ash can.
posters?
Or an ash can.
I'm planning on
Ash
doing
cans. You shouldn't pay for an ash can.
A little
can
ash
should
can.
be-
No, I'm saying like as a stretch goal.
Oh, okay.
Especially
Yeah.
if you're hitting somewhere to like 40,000. Your campaign hits 40,000 and you're enticing me with a fucking trading card.
What about a poster?
Kiss my
You're like-
sweaty, stinky ass.
You know, like prints or like big prints or posters.
Prints love prints if
Prints
they're
are cool.
done well. Because
I like
I'm also
shirts.
planning on doing
like
something
I
like
love
this too.
Oh,
Huh?
like maps.
Yeah, I'm
That's cool.
planning on doing something like a map, so like you can almost follow like where the characters start, where they're gonna go. So like if they say they're gonna go somewhere, then it's like, oh, this is kind of the direction they're
See, I
heading.
could tell you guys were more into gaming because this is like
Yeah,
the
when-
maps and everything. I could tell even
Yeah.
like Skelly, all you guys. I like that because I'm not a gaming guy, so I was like,
Yeah, I'm
I
not
like
either.
that
Well, it's
stuff.
funny too because my artist watches. I guess he watches a lot of John Malin, and I had this originally planned in my for my 6th page. I was like, yeah, I'll do a 6-page map so people can kind of follow. And immediately he was like, yeah, I was watching Hard Art last night, and they started ripping into maps and comic books.
I knew it. Yeah, it's.
And was
I
like, you know what?
like maps, especially if it helps the story or like
Yeah.
kind of like explains it. I like maps. Depends, how the map is drawn to and everything. But I like maps.
Right.
Like I said, posters and T-shirts. I like prints.
Posters, yeah.
uh,
Prints-
actual
print
actual
has to be
pages.
A
I'm
print
gonna
has to be done well though. Like I bought a print from Dan Lawless. Fantastic, printed on really solid, like 120-pound, card stock. Really,
Right.
just printed great. Ethan's are dog shit. The art's great. The art's
Well,
great,
It's
but
80
the
pounds.
page is shit.
Is it? It's a poster or is it?
The paper's
print.
like 9-pound, like a page in a magazine. Like why do I fucking want that? Like I was so
That's
disappointed
funny.
when I got that in the mail. Like I didn't pay attention because I bought one of his prints because I loved the piece. I love the art, but a fucking magazine page, get the fuck out of here with
Well,
that.
that's poster paper. It's 80.
Yeah,
80
that's
pounds.
like I don't want that. That's a poster. That's not a print to me. like
Well,
a print.
yeah, yeah.
I love prints all the live long day. I am constantly asking artists. This is another thing. Like I go on Instagram and I see artists I love. I go on X, see artists I love. The first thing I'll ask is like, hey, is this available as a print? Nope. Why the fuck not? Like, you're missing an opportunity here. But anyways,
Yeah, it's
so
extra money.
prints, if they're done well. Posters, I don't really care about posters. But yeah, prints for sure. I love
I've got a few
framing them
posters
and
I still
putting
need
them
to
up.
put up.
What about art pages, actual pages for the
Oh
book?
yeah, man! Original art, I'd be all over that if I had the money. I'm a broke ass son of a bitch.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some original
that's
pages.
fantastic.
That's good,
Oh,
yeah.
I would buy that up all the live long day.
He's doing it in a small actual page format. So he's drawing it all like Joe Madera style. Like real
Oh, okay.
small. Yeah. So it's pretty intense. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
like
great.
t-shirts too. I
You like what?
Yeah,
T-shirts.
T-shirts. Oh yeah. T-shirts are awesome. Or hats. I love
Hats
golf.
are hard because they're
Hats, yes.
expensive.
Yeah.
Especially embroidered hats are expensive to do.
Yep.
And I
Yeah,
would
you're
love to
almost
do
gonna
fitted
lose money
hats.
on doing hats.
Fitted hats are expensive, dude.
I wonder about like Cafe Press. I wonder if that's worth looking into. Are you guys familiar with that?
Mhm.
Cafe Press.
So
no.
Cafe Press it's I don't know if they're even still around. This was back in the early 2000s. You would upload basically your artwork and then they supply all the
Well, that's what I got
shirt.
from my shirt company. Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
have a Fourth Wall store, and that's
Yeah,
what they
Fourth
do.
Wall, Redbubble,
Okay.
they do that. Yeah.
Is that like
Yeah.
print on demand style?
Yeah.
Stuff.
yeah.
It's a higher quality DTF and DTG though, so it's not like it doesn't look like an iron-on. So it's like
Yeah.
actual nice quality.
Oh, direct to garment printing?
Yeah, it's a nicer like film plastic.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
got
Yeah,
some
I-
cool stuff on there, man. Pull it
I
up.
was actually
I,
going to start that as a business, direct to garment printing back in the early 2000s, because there was such a huge indie comic scene here in Dallas. And it was 2008. That's when the fucking markets tanked and everybody was hurting. And I didn't end up doing it. But I did get samples from companies who made these direct to garment printers. And I ran them through the wash. It was T-shirts. And I would run them through the wash and the dryer anytime I did laundry. And they held up great, man. It really did well. And I'm sure it's even better technology now.
Oh yeah, dude. People buying stuff, dude. I already got some sales. I mean, you don't make a lot of money, but it's more for marketing, dude. In a
Women
way.
be
Yeah.
Yeah, you
shopping.
just want to get it out there.
See, I don't buy. I'll do hats on a crowdfund sometimes, but I don't do shirts because it's usually always just like terrible print on demand.
Yeah, that's the
quality.
thing too. Yeah,
And the
You
sizes are so different, and so I don't do that. And I think I'm with Chris as far as I think cards, prints, posters straight into the trash when I get those with a crowdfund. I'm not even, especially posters if they're folded. Like, don't send me a folded poster, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just save the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into cards. Now, I like dedicated card campaigns like the Iron Age icons that Adam Miller
Right.
did. That was super cool, but I don't really get excited about that stuff. So, kind of talking about stretch goals, I really like more unique things. I'm not really into prints. Prints and all that kind of stuff, that tchotchke stuff is like part of the convention kind of
Yeah.
right,
area.
right.
and I think that's why a lot of the like former pros do it, because that's what they would do at a convention to make extra money or to get people to buy their books and stuff. So nothing against it, but yeah, right
right.
into the trash with that stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of people don't like that stuff either, man. Like I would like a cool poster of a cool book. I like something like posters. I like that stuff. But
If
yeah,
it's a full size
hard.
poster, absolutely. But now as a creator, now you've got another fulfillment challenge.
Yeah.
You're going to have to ship that in a tube,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so that requires more material.
That's where a lot of people. That's where a lot of people are folding them and putting them in,
Yeah.
mailers and stuff.
Yeah, right.
which is-
I have a makerspace pretty close to me, and they do poster prints. So I could do posters like a 24 by 36. I think like a huge one for like $4. And
Nice.
the
nice.
quality's pretty good, but
pretty good.
I have to cut them myself, and that's too stressful. Like I
yeah.
can't,
Yeah.
I can't do that. I tried twice and I messed it up.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
They
the
have
end is
this.
like, it's a scallop style. It's a new.
Yeah.
No, I,
One thing I wanted to do was little chibis, resin chibis, because I know based art department been talking,
Oh,
doing the
yeah.
figures and stuff, but we want to maybe shrink it down, not too complicated, because it'll be more expensive
Mhm.
when it's. I want the figure that's future, but maybe like do what he's doing with Cyberfrog, do a little Automo version
That's a
of
great
that.
idea.
Or like the
Yeah.
PVC
Yeah.
or whatever.
Or
Yeah.
he's gonna eventually do Sofubi, like the vinyl toys, which is really hot right now. It's been big, but now it's resurgence. It's huge. If you go to little Tokyo,
I've
dude,
got
it's like,
actually.
Oh, yeah?
Give me a second.
yeah, it's crazy. It's real. It's a different process, And he's actually doing it. He's working on all kinds of stuff. So that's eventually the goal, is to have little Sofubi toys. But I would like to have that if everything works out. I got to talk to him more. Have a little resin, little chibi.
So this like a
Yeah.
vinyl like this.
Yep.
Oh,
This
man,
is,
that'd be
Nice.
sweet.
Yeah.
The only
From
thing is, it's not going to be
Space
colored.
King.
Yeah, so either it'll be like you paint it yourself, like like a miniature, like a Sofubi miniature, or
I almost like that.
I would
more.
if you have the ability to paint it yourself, or if you
I
can
do, it's
commission
just-
somebody to paint
pain
it.
in the ass, dude.
Yeah, but I'd still put it up and just charge whatever it costs for it, because there
Well-
are people who would just pay.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
have
see that in
two
board games,
versions.
man. People will pay an extra like $200 to $300 just for painted minis. So
Yeah,
I think
I used to paint. I used to paint all the time, dude. I
I can't paint shit, man. That
miniature
thing
painter
looked
myself.
like somebody just
Oh,
dipped
nice.
it into
Well,
something.
you should try painting like a canvas or something. It's a lot easier than paint shit.
But yeah, that's
No,
one
sorry.
of the things I want to do. I think that'll be a good thing. People like toys and little figurines. That's pretty big right now. It's just process. And if
Yeah,
it's
when
gonna
Ben's
be-
able to actually get that figured out, man, like people are basically able to go to him for like every campaign.
he's
like,
doing the
that's gonna be-
Cyberfrog one, so he's got the
Yeah.
license. So
Oh,
now
nice.
so he's working
Yeah.
on it. So
I think
gonna
that's
be
pretty
awesome.
cool. I'm doing for my second book. I'm doing like a toy, there's a toy in the book, so I'm doing like a replica toy, but it's
Oh, cool.
it's felt,
I-
so it's gonna be like sewn and stuffed and stuff.
I like that, though.
Oh,
man.
nice.
Nice.
And I did not to try to put the focus back on me. I did share my screen to show the collector's box.
Yeah, let's see
Yeah,
that.
sorry, it doesn't notify me when you do that.
Dude,
look at
That's
Maybe you
sick.
showed that. Yeah, is it going to be
Yeah.
colored or just like this?
So I was saying, I'm actually going to offer a painted version where the skull and the paint on the guy's face is going to be painted, but this
Yeah, I
is
love that
solid
character design.
solid walnut. And I did a version that was stained, and
shit,
it
it's
looks
walnut.
okay, but I like the raw walnut a lot better.
Yeah.
What about doing a semi-transparent stain instead of painting?
Oh,
Because
like
man, I'd
just to
hate
seal
to
it?
cover up all that beautiful wood grain.
Well, it would just be the skull part that's painted, all the wood around
Yeah.
it, and that would make it really pop. And I'm really into like low or no toxicity and stuff, so that's why I'm using like solid walnut instead of.
That's crazy. They use a
plywood.
walnut, dude. That's
Yeah.
so
It's
That's a
yeah.
high
but-
quality wood.
So if I use stains and paints and stuff, they have to be non-toxic, food safe, no VOCs or anything like that. And I found a paint that's actually really nice. That's like a powder that you mix with water, and it's made with milk enzymes, which is really
Mhm.
sweet,
Yeah.
and it looks fantastic. So I'm doing a test of that, and if it looks good enough, I'm going to offer a small amount that are painted also.
I'll definitely grab
When
one
you
of these
stained
boxes.
it, did
That's
you
cool.
just do like one base stain over the whole thing?
Yeah, I used tongue oil, like 100% pure tongue oil, and went over it. And the biggest negative is it took about 30 days to cure. And I
Yeah.
just don't know if I want to do something that's going to back me up 30 days.
Wait, 30 days to
Right.
cure?
Yeah, it took 28
Damn.
days was the official cure time, but even now it's been like almost 2 months, and if I still touch it, it still has that oily feel to it.
Well, because I
So-
almost wonder if you did
Huh.
like a stain, like a kind of a medium stain around the face, and then a really dark stain just on those like his red eye parts. Then you can almost leave that center white because the character has a white face, right? So
Mhm.
it almost kind of mimic his colors. I don't know if that would if it.
What
would
about
work
like a
out,
burnt
but-
look? Like parts of the boxes like
Oh
burnt.
yeah, that, yeah.
You know,
that
like-
one's
I
out.
thought about that, like like Shoshugimon or whatever, where they burn
Yeah.
wood and scrape it. I thought about that, but that just adds so much more time to the
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
to
This
the
is cool, though,
production, and then
man.
I'd
This
have to
is good.
charge more for it. I'm trying to keep it it's going to be expensive. I'm trying to keep it as low cost as possible.
Fair enough.
I was gonna
yeah.
say, don't they do this thing where they touch like an electrode to the wood and it creates like these
Yep.
lightning patterns?
lightning patterns on
What?
it.
That's like really dangerous. Don't do that at home.
Yeah,
That's-
not at home,
that's really
obviously.
dangerous.
Don't,
Jeez.
You can watch videos of it. People will they'll break open microwaves and use the power from
Oh,
microwaves to do it, and then their arms melt off and stuff. It's wild.
What the?
Their arms melt off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's dangerous. But that's why I got the wood laser that kind of just cuts all this and does the engraving for me.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's going to turn. So it's this on the front, and then it's going to have the title on the spine. So if you want to
Nice.
put it on the spine, you can see it. And then on the back side, there's the crystal. That's a big part of the story. So,
Cool, man.
That's
and
sweet.
I'm going to do this with all my books, and everyone's going to have a different type of wood. So,
Oh, cool.
That's
Very
awesome.
man.
That is
So, yeah.
awesome. Man, I bet the shipping on that's going to be an arm and a leg, though. That's gotta
Actually,
be
it's not.
heavy.
It's not too bad. I've been working with USPS for like 6 months trying to get them to give me business pricing, and they just did. So
Oh, nice.
I got their business pricing, and I'm actually really good friends with my local carrier, and they've been helping me out. So
Dude, great.
the collector's box with all the comics and everything will just be flat rate shipping, $20. So
Oh, nice. Dude, that's
Wow.
cool.
Nice.
That's,
Yeah, it'll-
that's
'cause
a
it-
really good deal.
yeah, I
That's
designed
really,
it to fit in the flat rate box too, with padding
Perfect.
around it. So
Oh, okay, nice.
Good,
hey,
good, good,
anywhere in the
good.
United States. If you live in Canada, I don't
I'll
Sorry,
figure it out.
Kobe.
I'll have to figure, yeah, I'll figure out something. I'm 20 minutes from the border, and I got a mailbox across the,
There you
Ah.
go.
Oh, there you go.
across the way.
see. I'm not that far. I could just come hand it to you, I guess.
West Coast?
You're
I'm
West
in
Coast?
Ohio. I don't know. No.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm 20 minutes from the ocean and 20 minutes from the border.
Yeah, about 20 minutes from the ocean too.
But to kind of go with what Chris was saying about stretch goals and stuff, I would love to see like more unique kind of stretch goals from campaigns because they're just not very
What
exciting.
about art? Like actual art from the page? You guys like that?
Like
Yeah.
like what do you mean
Actual,
like
from the actual book?
oh like
I-
selling the original
yeah.
art pages?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'll have some of that on Empty Stars. I think that's awesome. It just kind of depends because it's kind of hard to pick a page
Mm.
because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to buy this specific page with the villain, but they haven't read the book yet. So I
Yeah,
don't know
everybody
how-
everybody
I
likes
was
that
thinking
idea.
of,
That's like the best idea. Is,
I was even
having
thinking
that.
like panels too, cause some people just have some cool panels that would almost look good in a poster on its own.
So, but
Right,
that's
like-
not something you would offer as a stretch goal. Like you might offer that as an add-on.
That's
Yeah.
that's
An
what
add-on,
That's
yeah.
a tier. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do as a tier. Yeah.
So I'm thinking of stretch goals. Like what is a stretch goal that would get somebody excited to? Because I look, and I know I mentioned this already, but
Yeah.
I backed the fucking what was it, the Barbarian? Like I think that book looks phenomenal.
Oh God, it looks so
Aaron
good.
Lopresti and
Yeah,
and
Barbaric
the other guys on it.
Adventures.
Adventures.
Yes,
Yeah.
I backed it. I cannot wait to get it. I'm super excited for it. But if we hit 40,000, you'll get a card. What?
What about
That's a kick in
cover.
the nuts.
what about a cover reveal or a new artist for a cover?
Yeah, like a new cover as a stretch goal.
What do you guys think of that? No, really.
Because I've already backed the one I want. Well, now I got to go either change my
True.
thing because I can't afford to back two.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Like I've had to cut way back on what I'm backing. My wife had a fucking fit because you back stuff on Kickstarter and you don't get charged till it's over, and then suddenly all these like ended at the same time, and it was like boom, 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 and she was like,
Right.
"What are you doing?" I was like, "Fuck."
Well, it's also like for stretch goals like that, it's also what you can afford. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what's your status in doing this? For like us, we're all first timers, but we're putting quality stuff out. But we want to
Right.
put out stuff first, then see what
Well,
happens.
my
you know?
my crazy stretch goal I've got planned is if I can make if my thing goes 20 grand or plus, anyone who buys the $25 tier or higher gets an 18-page Slag Stage issue 0, which is gonna be my arena fighting series. So it's
like
like
that.
gonna be kind of the issue is more or less gonna feel like an advertisement. Like you're almost reading like an advertisement for
Okay.
it. So it'll be
Mhm.
I have an
18-page
opinion
thing.
on that. I thought about that.
Yep.
My opinion, because I thought about doing something like that because I have a bunch of other stuff. Is focus on your story only, because that deters other people, or it'll deter like, oh well, he's doing this one too. Which one do I pay attention to? Because you're pushing your, you're pushing
many
your main
options,
one.
yeah.
You know.
So my the way I would
Good
try
point.
to sell those two is the Augmented Betrayal, the main story. That's going to be like a full like that's a story in its own. The
Right.
Slag stage is more or less going to be like anthology. So like each issue is going to kind of be a
Okay, okay.
standalone,
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
it'll be just based in the arena. And as you read the books, there'll be a lore you can kind of piece together
Gotcha.
yourself, and there'll be like character things. So it won't necessarily be like there are different types of stories, I guess. Is
Right,
what I'm
right.
trying to sell.
Okay,
Because some
okay.
people don't really like the slow burn, like storytelling. They just like action and action. and cool
They
stuff to
do
look
if it's
at, right?
good looking book though.
Yeah.
Fair
You
enough.
guys
Yeah,
got good look.
fair.
You know, that's the thing. It's like, oh, it's slow burn, but look at this fucking book. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Skin Breakers is not a great book, but you open that book up, it's dope. You know, David
Yeah.
Lynch is doing some crazy stuff in there.
I'll tell you
Crazy.
another
Yeah,
thing
man.
that grinds my gears with crowdfunding
Go ahead, tell it.
campaigns
Come on.
is
Say it.
yeah, I'm getting my angry out now. Is
place
second
to do it.
chance campaigns. That pisses me off to
Why?
no end because there's all this that now not everybody who does a second chance does it this way.
Mm.
But the campaign's coming close to an end. Oh, you've only got a week left. Oh shit, I've only got one more day, and then it's closed. It's gone. And then you oh shit, let me back that in. And then a few weeks later, hey, second chance campaign. It's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
well, sometimes it's
Come
usually
on.
for like a new cover or something new that comes
And-
up and everything.
right,
you know?
and that's-
or
yeah.
somebody missed it, because somebody,
Yeah.
that's.
I was
usually-
going to say that like Patrick. Patrick is doing a second chance, but that's because he got that Ethan Van Sciver cover
yeah.
Yeah.
close to the end of
That's
his
an awesome
campaign.
fucking
Right?
I don't mind
So-
second chance because if I did miss the first one,
Yeah.
I could do that.
I would.
know,
I
That's
would
why I
save
like it,
my
you
second
know? I
chance.
can't
it
back
is a
everything
business
all the
too,
time.
so it's like you gotta keep pushing it. Why not?
I would save it for if I was about to launch my second book, I would do a second chance campaign from the first book right before I
Well,
launched
that's
my
a
second
lot of people
book.
do that.
would
Yeah,
be the
yeah.
only.
that gives me the impression this is a fucking cash grab. Fuck this.
I would.
If I miss the first campaign, the next book that comes out, I'm gonna do the catch up tier where I get
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. That's actually a
It,
fair
it
point.
depends. I
Again,
guess it
it's
depends
all
on
in
the
how
person. Depends on the
it's all-
creator.
It's all in how it's presented.
Right.
If they are presenting like, oh, okay, campaign's gonna close, and this is your
Right.
last opportunity to jump on, and then a few weeks later, it's like, hey, second chance, we're back. Like
it depends on the person.
that-
Yeah, it
that
depends.
doesn't sit
fair
well
enough.
with me. But
As a
so there are like Billy Tucci. He does multiple launches all the time. Because he likes to launch on different platforms. He likes to have
Right,
separate
right.
launches on different platforms. Like that's fine. He's very upfront about it. He doesn't make it as out to be like this is your only chance to get
Yeah.
this. And then 2 weeks later, just kidding. Here it is again.
Billy's
I
kind of
like
the
as a
exception.
backer-
I don't know.
And
Billy's
again,
kind of the exception that proves the rule because he's big. He's all, what does he say? No backer left behind. I mean, he wants everyone to get his book. So he kind
Right.
of proves what you're saying because that's pretty unique. And I
Yeah.
totally agree. I as a backer, second chance campaigns kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. Even worse is when it goes for sale, like on a website, and it's cheaper than what the backing was. That always bothers
Yeah.
me. But from a creator standpoint, second chance campaigns actually can hurt your future in crowdfunding because
Really?
it would be much better for you to put that book on the next one. So like for just again using me an example. Sorry, I feel like I'm only talking about myself, but the like whatever my
good.
second
All
book
good.
is, Empty Stars is just going to be available as an add-on. And what that's going to do is that's going to increase the the funding for that one, and then you just sort of exponentially grow as you do that.
Okay,
And
I see
it's
what you're saying.
better to do with ongoing series. But if you see an ongoing series where it's like book number 5 and it's hitting like 300,000, you can go back and look. Book number 4 did just a little bit less. Book number 3 did just a little bit less. It's a really good way to grow as a creator in crowdfunding. Whereas if you're doing the second chance campaigns, you're sort of exhausting your backers a little bit instead of letting them get it all at one time.
Yeah, I get what you guys are saying. I guess it depends on the person or the creator and
Yeah.
how it's presented and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Usually, like sometimes when I back second chance because I missed it, like I'm gonna grab this right now.
So like I'll give an example. There's a book out called Vicky Sticks, I think is the name of it. I don't know if you've heard of it. The art looked fantastic. I looked at the cover art. The cover art blew me away. I thought it looked beautiful. It's a horror book. And I went to the campaign, and I had missed 2 issues prior. I backed on the catch-up tier, so I got all 3 because that's how interested I was in it. And that's, because at the end, when a campaign reaches its goal and it's funded and everything, and it comes to a close, my expectation as a backer is it's in full production mode now. Well, completing the art, going to print. Like I will say, Tom Tuttle's book, The 7 Amens Before Sundown, I could not believe how fast I got that book when he closed his campaign. Like I was like, I will never doubt Tuttle ever when it comes to something he's launching. First off, the story was solid. The story progressed fantastic. It was a great ending. The art was fantastic. I love that artist. And the fact that I got it so incredibly fast. Fabrizio Aiello is another one. His book, Horace H. Hoover, was issue 4, was the campaign. It was so up my alley. I bought the catch-up tier, so 1 to 4 is what I paid for. If it's something that people are generally interested in, they will likely, again, not everybody, will get that backup, will get that catch-up tier. And again, I got his book like weeks, just a few weeks after his campaign was closed. Like couldn't believe it. So that as a backer, and again, I'm speaking from just a backer, and this, of course, is just my opinion. I'm not saying everybody else feel this way. When a campaign's done, I expect full production mode and to get my book as quickly as possible. When a catch-up, or not a catch-up, when a second chance campaign, that makes me think, production, they're not starting production yet. They're still haven't, so
Okay.
that, just, you know what I mean? But again, just to go back to what Rosario said, he's absolutely right. It depends on the creator, and it depends on how it's how they present it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely 100%. And I think Patrick is a great example of that. He absolutely should have done a second chance campaign after getting that Ethan Van Sciver cover. Either extend his campaign, or I think another launch, which is what he's doing.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
Is the smarter way to go in that instance. So
yeah, I guess it goes for whoever it is, what they're presenting, and then you can decide from there if it's worth it. But yeah, I get it, man. I totally get it.
I get the pros and cons. I like second chances because I don't get the opportunity to back everything I'd like, and so when it comes up again, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's like, I'm making a book, dude, so I gotta budget out my stuff.
Right,
right.
Like, I don't know. I like the exclusivity that crowdfunding has with it, and I think that's getting lost a lot with the way a lot of crowdfunding's going now. So they said not that I'm like against them, and if it's a book I want, I missed it, I'll be glad. But for the most part, I tend to just not be interested in second chance campaigns. Now, again, like if it's like, oh wait, this is a whole new cover, or this is like the collector's edition and now it has extra content, that kind of stuff's awesome. But if it's just, hey, the campaign closed and then a month later it's
it's back open with all the same stuff.
But going back to like what stretch goals, I like this topic. What about like maybe extra pages in a book? Because I was thinking about doing a blueprint, like basically like a little mini book of blueprint, because I actually have a bunch of stuff I did. So it's all ready. Cool. I want to put it either in the back of the book or a supplement. So I was thinking,
I think extra pages is actually a really
I always
good idea.
I always like I was thought about putting it in the book, but that'd be 2 types of printing. I don't know, just be more complicated, or having a little mini book of that, like another side book. But I know a lot of people don't like having, something smaller, so in the book would be.
No,
you're never going to please everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I just
think you're onto something good. Like I would totally love that.
What's best? What looks good? What looks cooler too? That's my whole thing. Yeah. What's aesthetically pleasing? But yeah, in the back of the book would probably be cool.
Is your book like what kind of binding is it going to have? Do you know?
It's 48 pages, so it's going to be extra like prints and stuff, like other artists, and I'm going to try to do maybe some fan art.
Okay, so it'll be like square bound, or it won't be
Square-
saddle stitched.
No, that's South State, square bound. There's two types, isn't there? Like a glued and another version, or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like
that.
square bound, perfect, and perfect bound.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So so I have two covers, variant covers, and then Ben's got two more covers. So four's the max, is what I want to do.
Oh, nice.
Anything more than four is too much, dude.
Well, I just
Yeah,
asked about the
yeah.
binding because if you're doing saddle stitch, it's actually harder to add more pages once you hit like 48.
Right. Right.
But if you're doing perfect bound, I know.
Yeah.
Just me personally, I'd love getting more books. So I'd love, like an extra mini comic with some behind the scenes stuff. I think
Oh,
that's
so
awesome.
you do you actually do because I've talked about. I actually asked Dan Lullis this too. He's like, I just want everything in one. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I like the mini book too. It's pretty cool. I don't know.
Nothing against
Yeah.
Dan, but again, he kind of has a more pro mindset, like
Yeah.
what someone would want from a comic shop. And I just think from someone who backs on crowdfunding, you
Right.
want like an extra little mini comic. That's a whole second book. And if it's a stretch goal, that's a whole second book they got for free. And I think that gives them
Right,
kind of more
right, a little
satisfaction.
incentive, right.
And you could design it to almost be like an artifact from that, more than just an add-on little book,
Right.
but it's an actual like artifact from that.
Well, that's what it is. This is basically like
Yeah.
a companion piece. Like you kind of
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
need it, but like, oh, this is cool. What he has this weaponry, like his internals, what powers him.
Yeah, I think
Like
that's
a
great.
properly done document.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, companion
So-
pieces are really cool. I've been thinking about as like a stretch goal or something, doing something like the Skeleton Corpsman's Field Guide to the Supernatural.
So no, that's
That-
cool.
yeah,
That's
exactly,
cool.
yeah.
Like stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of like what this is, but this is more like a schematics.
Yeah,
Like what it's
Tobin's
about.
Spirit Guide.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
really
awesome.
think that kind of stuff is. I think it's successful, and I think like as a stretch goal, that's just awesome. More pages to a book they're already buying is kind of cool, but a whole
to me, I
second
think
book,
that's
like that's
almost-
fantastic.
That's almost the best option, I think, is adding more pages to a book because it gives everyone
like
who's
both
bought
those
in the book
ideas, though.
something, right?
I like the little mini book and then the more pages too, So it's like
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a preference personally, but as a backer, the whether it's part of the book or a supplemental little standalone.
well, I already have it filed as a book. It's all in InDesign and everything. But Cole made a good point. It's like you get an extra little,
Okay.
book.
Well, let me ask, if you already have it, why not just offer it as an add-on instead of a stretch goal? And then the people who want
I
it
thought
could
about that
get it.
too.
And so just to again, sorry, I'm just feel selfish talking about myself so much, but
No.
for Empty Stars,
Keep
I have
talking about yourself.
Sorry.
Keep
Hey,
talking
this is
about
what
it.
we're
Do it.
getting together for, right?
Yeah.
Well, so for Empty Stars, I actually have a supplemental book that I'm doing, and it's gonna
Mm.
be a mini comic, and it's gonna be like 12 to 16 pages, and
Okay.
it's designed to look like an old TSR book, like an old like
Oh, yeah,
an old
yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons book,
Yep.
Oh,
and you just turn it. It has like a pinup of the character, and then a little bit more backstory, and that's just
Oh,
sort of
dope.
like. That stuff I didn't want to put into a comic because it kind of drags the story down, but it's for people who want it. And I originally was going to do it as a stretch goal and offer it for free. And all of the like marketing people that I talked to said that's a terrible idea. You should, invest the money in it now, and then offer it as an add-on. And you're just gonna see a stronger campaign because you're gonna get people that buy it, and then you can add it to your higher tiers as a
Right.
freebie too. So it's like, oh well, if you buy 2 covers, you get the mini comic for free,
oh, there you
Right.
go.
and
Right.
that sort of entices people to up their pledge.
I was just
This
I was
is all
just trying
very
to,
like
Good idea.
for a new creator, I didn't want to bombard people with so many options, Like I wanted
Right.
to
no,
get
I
straight to the
totally
story.
get you, but
Yeah.
I think you'd be surprised how many people would add that because especially if it's just something little and cool. I
Yeah.
think people would like that too.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm hoping they do because it's what I'm doing. So.
I think I agree with you there. Yeah, I might do that instead.
I've been also thinking about like as a potential stretch goal, something like an alternate print option because I've been getting feedback that the black and white version of my book looks really cool, but I want it to be colored, but I don't know if I could just
It's
outright
like a line art
afford-
variant, like a line art.
Ethan did I think the drained version where the onomatopoeia was still colored. And
Okay.
yeah. So
That's
something
cool.
like
That would
something like
actually be really
that
cool.
would be kind of cool to do, but I don't know if I could even, it would have to be a stretch goal for something like that, as like an alternate print version.
That's tough because you're still paying for a colored book if you have any color in it at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
it's-
like that. I know a lot
that
of
is
people
kinda
who
cool,
like
man.
the like artist editions where it's black and
Yeah.
white, no lettering and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
do hear a lot of people say it's like
Yeah.
when someone's showing their pages off, it's like this would look really good in black and white. You hear it all the time. So
mm,
I thought about doing that. I was like, but I like the color. So, you know, I'm
Yeah.
the same. I went Skelly with. I don't know. I'm a color guy. I like the colors. You know.
yeah, give me the colors.
I'm doing still talking about stretch goals. So a big part of my stretch goals are I'm doing a fan art contest, and every other stretch goal increases the amount of the prize for the stretch goal. So it's going to start at 500, and then if I hit a certain amount stretch goal, the first prize goes up to 750, and then we add a second place prize. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I just kind of wanted to do something to sort of be more like community oriented and more community supportive. And I'm also hoping that'll help build word of mouth too. So that's a big part of my stretch goals. And then my big stretch goal is going to be an audio version of Empty Stars, because
Nice.
I used to do a podcast, so I'm very good with audio editing and stuff, and I work with a lot of actors, so wouldn't really cost that much. It would just take a while, but rewrite it as an old school like audio drama, like a radio drama, and that would just
Dude,
be
that's
free for all
cool.
backers.
That's fun.
That'd be cool. Have him talking like a mid-Atlantic accent. She's my girl, and I love my girl. That
No,
would be
I like your ideas because you got, like I said, you guys not come from a video game, but you guys are more into that video game stuff, and
Yeah.
it's different. So your ideas are like stretch goals. Like, oh, that's kind of, I like
Yeah,
that. I like that. I like that.
I think stretch goals should just be all about increasing the value of what you're
Of
already
course. Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you're already trying to create. And
Mhm.
like I said, for me, cards and prints and stuff don't do that as well as, something really cool, unique. And like I mentioned earlier, stuff that can only be done.
I love
because
trading
of-
cards though, man. They're so cool.
The trading cards
like-
are cool. I like it when they
Yeah.
have the stats and stuff of the characters. on the back.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
it.
I've
A lot of
got,
people don't like it though. Yeah, I get it. You know?
I got
Hey,
Tank Design on my
I
lure
see-
card right now.
I've seen campaigns that just sell those. They don't even offer them as freebies. It's like $10 for 5 cards, and they sell tons of them. So there's definitely the audience for them.
yeah, for sure.
Guys, I got to
It's
break out in a
definitely
few
something to
minutes.
consider.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
me
was gonna
too.
say we hit the 2-hour mark here. So
This has
we'll
been a
probably-
fantastic show.
Yeah,
by the
time
way.
flew
Oh
by.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah, Cole, man, you're definitely welcome back whenever you want. I can add you to the
Yeah, dude.
back
It's good
room
to
if
see you
want,
again, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. With back rooms, if I just get weird if there's any drama, I usually leave. But
Yeah.
just
It
The
happens.
only
Nah,
thing our
there's
back
no
room's
drama
for
in
is
this
for posting a link and posting. There's
Yeah, no drama. I don't like drama either,
No.
bro. So
yeah,
yeah.
but
This is a no drama space.
and this is like the best time for me too. It's 2:00 where I'm at when we start because it's a short day at work, and then my kids nap. They nap like 2 to 4:30.
perfect time.
Perfect
Yeah.
time.
Sleep, little one, sleep. Daddy's got to work. Yes. But yeah, man, it's good to see you guys, bro.
Yeah,
Next
for
week,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah,
you too.
seriously.
Everybody's
Awesome,
got
yeah.
great projects, man. I can't wait to get these in hand.
Seriously.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to say shit about Comicsgate in a couple of years. I'll tell you that.
That's right, baby. That's right. Word up.
Awesome.
Word
Well,
up.
hope all you boys have yourselves a good one.
You guys
Yep.
take care, man.
Have a great
Yeah.
day, Comicsgate.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.